Welcome, adventurers. It's time to pick up where we left off with the Crimson Skies campaign. Who among you guys would like to give a recap of what happened last time?
If nobody else will, I would love to. I wrote it all down. If I can just find the notebook I wrote it all down in.
Perfect. Midas will regale us with what happened last time.
Emphasis if I can find the notebook.
When he finds his notebook.
Okay, so I can't find the notebook, so we're gonna just raw dog it and go off memory because I have a great memory. Said no one. So we all met in this field forest thing, and we all got like a similar note that wasn't unique at all, by the way. It was all like the same note, and we was also just like, bro, are we special? Are we the chosen one? I don't think everybody's chosen, but that doesn't matter. Anyways, we dive deeper and we find this one dude, as well as like a little temple thing, which is what we were supposed to find in the first place. And he was basically saying how we're all the chosen, and we have to go through like this rite of passage. And then they gave us a key. This guy, his name was Zanel. I found my notebook, by the way. So we go in, and the first puzzle was about like enduring. We were always like drinking and going crazy, but apparently we made it out. Then we got covered by this weird like darkness, and we had like a lot of memories. So it was like a whole sensory overload, to be honest. And then after we got out, Zanel was like, "Good job. Now here's an info dump on the Crimson Sun, and how the Crimson Sun became like spies low-key, while the Crimson Moon somehow managed to get a new overlord, and he's basically an army with tons of like different objects, and they wanted us to find a book. This book is for the second Sun Overlord, and it's in the tomb." So he said, "Good luck. I never found it, but y'all hopefully can." Spoiler alert, we found it. We go into the tomb, we fight some skeletons, and we get this big old book. Zord says, "Ooh, pretty book," and takes the book and run off, and we all follow him outside the tomb. And as we get out, this big old man with a dragon said, "Hey, what's up?" Knock us all off. There was like blood, crimson shit dribbling, and yeah.
Alright.
Welcome to Spark Notes.
-1 inspiration point for putting me on blast for my my notes. But then +2, so you're netting 1 inspiration point for recapping.
Good job. Excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent recap.
Nice.
Good recap.
The way I was like scrambling for my notebook as I was like going off the dome.
Hey, yeah, you remembered quite a bit considering you didn't have your notebook.
Yes.
Well done.
Alrighty. So, last we left off, just as Midas said, you guys were knocked unconscious by this person, this large half-elf man with crimson eyes riding atop of a dragon. So, you guys begin to awaken, and as your eyes open, you look around and you guys notice that you're all lying on the floor inside of a wooden room. You're all safely together. Some are cuddled up beside each other. Zar seems to be cuddling with Holgrim for some reason while they were all passed out. But you guys begin to wake up.
What is happening? Where are we?
My eyes like flutter open, and I like instinctively like grab my chest, like looking for something. When I find that like the badge is still there, I kind of like relax a little bit.
Zara's still knocked out, kind of just like dreaming.
Go over to Zara and kind of just like nudge him with my heel. Wake up! Wake up!
What? Where are we? Oh, the book! The book! And I'll like pat myself down, look in my satchel. Do I find the book?
It is the book that you got from the temple is still on your possession.
It's okay. It's still here. Guys, the book we got the book still.
Don't scare us like that next time. God. So, where are we?
So,
I'm not sure.
so Nayland, with your passive perception, you're actually able to hear some things that are going on outside. But what you hear is the sound of burning wood, screaming villagers, and clanking metal from the outside.
It sounds like we're in a war zone. Do you all hear that?
Well, what do you hear?
What are you talking about?
There's fighting, pillaging going on outside.
Fighting? I thought we were done.
We ought to get out of here.
So as
Yeah,
you guys
thanks.
are talking and trying to figure out what's going on, you start to hear some thudding coming up the staircase, and someone bursts into your room. And what you see is a young half-orc boy, and he comes in absolutely screaming at you guys. Wake up! Wake up! We need your help! The monsters are attacking, and they're already inside!
Inside where? Where are
What?
we? I don't
Where-
even know where we are.
You
You're-
just talk to strangers?
You're in my father's inn! The respite! But hurry, help us!
Let's get to it.
Ah,
I take out my mason shield. I'll follow.
Yeah, I get my equipment out and rush down the stairs after.
Yeah. So, sorry, go ahead.
I quickly like trace something or like open my armor as I follow after them.
All right. So as you guys are following this young half-orc boy, you notice that his shirt is kind of stained already with oil stains and blood stains as well. You also see his leather boots and pants have some mean slashes in them, and he does have some lacerations along his legs. So as he beckons you to follow downstairs, you guys hear the sounds of loud grunting and small snarling shrieks as you make your way down the stairs.
What is that?
How did we get here?
I don't like this.
So as you guys make your way down the stairs, you're all able to see a very large, half-orc man absolutely slashing down on a very small green creature that's dressed in some tattered leathers, absolutely just cleaving it right down the middle. And as you guys make your way down the stairs, you're able to look around, and all of you see various corpses of these small green creatures on the ground. And you do still hear that audible sound of people screaming, men, women, and children, as well as those small shrieks that you had heard before and the clashing of blades. And the orc man looks back to you guys, and while he's still trying to catch his breath after the fight, he says, "Oh, thank God, Ashanti, you're all finally awake. You've all been asleep for an entire day, and we could really use your help."
What is going on here?
What the fuck do we just watch?
Well, I don't know where these things came from. We've never seen these kind of things at all on Stellaris, but from my understanding, from what travelers outside of Stellaris has told me, these things appear to be goblins of some kind.
Goblins. What?
Goblins. I don't like goblins.
Goblin creatures are just attacking a village.
There's never been any sign of these goblins ever before on Stellaris. I have no idea where they came from, but there's so many outside attacking all the villagers. There are some guardsmen outside, but I don't think they can hold them all off. You guys look well equipped. Please help us defend our home.
Lead the way.
So,
Where can we be the most use?
So he points you guys outside the door. He says, I have to stay here and protect my family and my home. And as you guys kind of make your way down onto the main level, you can also see a small female half-orc who looks very similar to the young male half-orc. She's hiding behind the bar with a dagger in hand, kind of trembling in fear. So the large half-orc male beckons you outside, and he says, please, please, help our village.
I'll go over to the girl and I'll be like, are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. It's just my father's killed so many of them, and even I had to do it. And you can see, like, on her hands, there's some, like, blackish, reddish, like, blood that came from one of the creatures on the floor.
Zara almost like faints. He's like, well, luckily these guys they're really strong and they can help you out.
Yeah, my father. But thank God my father's here. And she kind of starts to kind of put her head between her knees and start kind of sobbing to herself.
Do I,
She-
can I peek outside?
So you just want to take a peek
So-
out there?
Yeah, like through a window or something, if that's possible.
Sure. So roll a perception for me.
Okay. Ooh.
Nice.
23.
Okay. So, you're able to look outside the window, and when you look up at the night sky, you can tell that it's coming into nighttime. It's probably around dusk, kind of similar to the same time that you guys had left the temple, what appears to be now an entire day ago. But the surroundings, as you look outside, are very, very well lit, as you can see various fires emanating from the roofs of many of these houses that are throughout the village. And you can also see women, children, elderly individuals running away as you see various little goblin creatures chasing after them, sword in hand.
What's going on out there?
It's just chaos. It truly is as he describes. I see goblins and many people in peril.
You have
I
to.
think when I hear, Nayland describing the scene outside, I'm just gonna go right over to the door and start out
I'm gonna follow behind.
and say we have to help these people.
And what's everyone
Let's
else
get it
doing?
I'm gonna stay with the family, but kind of like peek out the door.
All right, so
I'm just gonna follow behind Nayland and Fulgrim.
okay.
I'm gonna cast Bless on myself, Zar, and Holgrim.
Okay. Eladrian, what are you doing?
I'm gonna stand in the doorway and just kind of like look right in front of Zar.
Okay, perfect. All right, so let's all hop over to the above VTT.
Oh,
Fire! This is so cool.
That's so cool.
The village is on fire.
So I'm just gonna move your characters real quick. So Holgrim, you're kind of out around the front here.
Yep.
Then we have kind of Zar over here, Eladrian are close by, and then we'll do Nayland and Midas over here.
good.
Okay, so you guys step out into the city here, and Nayland, you recognize that this is the city of Dunblane, or the village of Dunblane, I should say. You were just here not just a day or so ago.
Would I know if this is a common occurrence here?
From your brief conversation with that large orc, half-orc man, goblins have never been seen on Stellaris before.
Oh.
None of this makes any sense.
Where did they come from? If they've never been here.
So you guys can see just to the side of you there, two Vrento guards are currently engaging with some goblins as they see you come out of the inn, the respite, and they beckon you to say, they turn around and they see you and they say, "Go help the other villagers. We can handle these two."
And just to be clear, all of the red things are the goblins, not the villagers.
Those are some gnarly-looking villagers, if that's the case.
Yeah.
Yes! Help them! Help them! Let us go! Hologram, you first!
Yeah, I'm gonna move right in.
Hologram!
Hologram.
So as you guys kind of make your way through and out, you hear the clanging of metal against metal, the shrieks of women and children, and the small little yelling shrieks of these little goblins running around. And
Yes, so I just want to walk up the first goblin that I see is close, get right up in his face.
okay, so as you guys, and Eladrin and Zara, you guys kind of sticking to where you're at right now?
We are protecting the family!
Yeah, protecting the family.
All right. So as Holgrim, Nayland, and Midas kind of round the corner, from directly across the way, you see a large kind of lumbering goblin walk up to the very top of this house with another smaller goblin beside him. And he looks over to all the goblins on the ground and he says, "Oi, you maggots! Destroy the village or Kalinar will destroy us!" And I want everyone to roll initiative.
Who's Kalinar?
A 7.
Please.
Uh,
It is better than my 7.
dang. We are some groggy campers.
Alright.
This
Yo,
is why
look,
I stayed by
that's-
the house.
That sleep hit really good, okay?
That sleep. That was that magical deep sleep.
Alright. So, at the start of the round, Zar, you begin.
Can I see these guys over here?
You can see them, and they're currently engaged with those other two guards right there.
Okay, so I will.
And those guards said that they were going to take care of him?
Yeah, they seem to be able to handle them fairly well. They're pretty much fully armored up, and they seem to have a handle on things.
Okay, I think Zar would be scared as soon as he stepped out, and knowing the family's behind him, he probably wouldn't hear that, and he would cast Ray of Frost on this guy.
All right, go ahead. Roll your attack.
Ooh, nice.
All right, a 21
Nice.
will hit.
Awesome.
Holy cow, you got some good-looking dice, man.
So,
Yes,
so you raise your hand and cast Ray of Frost at this goblin here as you coat pretty much its entire body in ice, leaving it immobile. And that's is that everything?
I'll, turn to Ladrin and be like, Ladrin, we need to protect the family.
Yes, we will. We will save them.
And that ends my turn.
All right. So that's going to bring it to this one goblin up over here, up on the top over here. He will... Let me see how far away is he. Okay. So... 60 feet away from you guys.
I didn't see that guy.
Yeah, he's up there. So he's going to take out his short bow, and he's going to take a shot at the largest creature that he can see over there, which happens to be Nayland.
Oh, joy.
So he's going to attack. Does a 16 hit?
It does.
All right, and that's going to hit you for 5 piercing damage as the goblin launches he kind of like aims it, shoots it, it arcs over and like strikes you in the shoulder. And that will be his turn. And Nayland, now it's your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hold an action to cast Toll the Dead on the first thing that I see, the first goblin that I see take damage. That would be in range.
Okay.
Do I see any people who look like they're in critical condition on the ground around me?
Around you, all you can see are 3 corpses on the ground, or what you can presume to be corpses, as there's pools of blood gushing from them and the goblins surrounding them.
Okay. In that case, I will pass. And yeah, hold the action.
All right. So you're holding action against the first goblin that's injured.
Yes, to cast Toll the Dead.
Okay. All right. So that's going to go up to this big goblin-looking boss guy up in the top right there. So he is going to pull one of the big javelins that he has at his back, and he's going to try his darndest to throw it at Holgrim.
Hologram, no!
So he chucks the javelin, but it lands just in front of you, Holgrim, as you see the goblin kind of cackle to himself. And now it is these goblins' turn down here. So these goblins are all going to be moving in at once.
Fuck.
No.
And then two of them are going to be kind of back here. So all of these goblins are attacking all at once. They only get one roll for all of them, but they're trying to go for Holgrim here. So these 3 goblins in front of you, they're carrying small little bark shields, like it was something they just kind of ripped off. These little goblins are maybe only 2-3 feet tall. They're not too large, but they all have little daggers and these wooden pieces of bark as shield. So all of these goblins here are going to attack Holgrim. So these 3 in the front here are going to try and stab him, and these other ones behind him are going to throw their daggers at him. So that's going to... I'm just trying this out. Alright, so 14 plus... So a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Alright, so you're going to take 5 piercing damage. As all these goblins are just kind of laying into you in front of you. And that's their turn. Midas, you are up.
All right. I'm gonna move down here, kind of near this burst, so I have a better view, and then I'm gonna cast lightning lure on. Let me make sure this is the right distance. Okay. Oh yeah, that's perfect. On this one, the one closest to me.
Okay. So that's what is it, strength save?
Yes.
Alright. What do they have to beat?
13.
Okay. So a 10 does not do it.
Aha. Wow, big damage.
So as you use that lightning lure, how are you kind of using lightning lure?
Just like last time, using like casting it using my tailored tool, so using like a string that's like a whip.
All right, so you kind of whip around this goblin, and your string wraps around this thing's neck, and it's absolutely barbecued as it dies immediately.
Oh wow!
Oh
my gosh.
Shit. Oh.
All right, anything else, Midas?
I like spit on it before saying that's my turn.
So yeah, so as you lightning lured it, you kind of like it wrapped around its neck, and you like yanked it towards you, basically like cooking it as you pulled it right in front of your feet, and then you spit on him.
Cyberpunk monowire.
All right, Holgrim, you're up, but these little gentlemen, these little goblins, they're trying to take little tiny stabs at your feet as you are starting your turn. So I just need you to roll a dexterity saving throw for me.
Plus a d4.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, nice.
And D4.
There you go.
Perfect. So you're able to nimbly, as they're trying to stab your feet, you're just like, ha ha ha, 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 moving your feet out of the way as they're trying to stab them, and you don't take any damage.
Okay.
But it's your turn.
I guess, yeah, seeing how easily that one went down that Midas hit, I'm just gonna hit the one right in front of me
All right.
with my warhammer.
A 19 will hit.
Okay.
9 damage. So as you come in from the side, swinging at that one goblin in front of you, you actually are able to swipe your warhammer, and you're basically bashing the one's head, and it rams into the other one's head as you basically cleave these two in front of you, dead.
Yes. I think with my movement then, I'm just gonna rush it right up to the next two.
All right, awesome.
And that's my turn.
Beautiful. Okay, so the next are these little goblins over here, and they are going to rush on over here as well, kind of all up and behind each other here, and these two are gonna climb up on top of this roof over here, and the ones that are on the roof, they try to throw daggers, but they're not too strong, and they can't make it that distance. But these goblins here, just seeing Holgrim strike down their friends, are going to try and chuck daggers at him. So they're going to go... Oh. So they try and throw these daggers at Holgrim. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And all you hear is ting, 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 ting off of his armor. And that's their turn. Eladrian, you are up.
So Eladrian looks back at Zar, who's kind of, a little bit behind him inside the building. He's like, "You take care of the family. I am going to take care of our friends." And then he does like a triple flip moving thing, kind of like a superhero would, landing over here behind, kind of like behind Nayland a little bit, and then looks at this guy that's in the front of this trio of goblins, and just unleashes a brutal firebolt right at him.
All right.
Oh yes.
With a 21 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
That'd be brutal.
And then like, "Take this, you bastards!" With a 10 damage.
Oh my god.
All right, so 10 damage. So this goblin up front is absolutely incinerated by this firebolt. You basically shoot this firebolt at him as it blasts him away from his compatriots there, and he's dead.
Wow.
All
Take
right.
that!
Is that everything?
Yeah, and then I'll use the rest of my movement to kind of just kind of creep back over here to Zar and be like, "Haha! I've done it!"
Good job.
Perfect. All right. We are now at the next round. So you guys have 1 minute to discuss tactics. Begin.
These things are weak.
Yeah.
I can probably take him out with the burning hands.
Yeah, honestly, just get you in there. Freaking your AoEs.
Yeah,
Also have a fog cloud, so it could kind of separate us from the big guy on the over here. Just kind of cut off line of sight.
Yeah, arrows hit.
I wish I had more thing. Like, can I? What do we know about these guys in the corner? We don't know anything about them yet, do we?
Over there, like the right corner. Yeah, we don't know.
Yes.
We know they have ranged attacks though,
Yeah, he threw a javelin.
so we might get hit on like the way getting to them. But
So I think I'll probably move, closer to over there next time, and then if I can reach him, I'll cast Bane on him.
All right, that's everything. Top of the round. So at the top of the round, you, Holgrim, Nalen, Midas, you guys see from close to where those guys are up in the top, right there. You see a figure burst out of the house up there with a bow and arrow cocked, ready and loaded, and he shoots at the big goblin standing there. However, the goblin boss over here reacts very quickly, and he actually grabs the goblin that's next to him by the scruff, lifting him up and using him as a human shield to take the arrow. And so the arrow finds its mark and it hits the goblin that was used as a shield. And the goblin boss just kind of chucks him down back onto the roof and is staring at this Aarakocra that just burst out of the house. And looks like there's a small family behind him. And he beckons them to flee now. And the villagers kind of take off and run.
what were the size difference of those goblins?
So the big goblin boss, he's probably about like 4 to 5 feet tall, probably close to like Holgrim's height.
Okay.
And then the other
And
ones,
another one was like
these
2 or 3.
these ones in front here are like 2 to 3 feet tall.
Okay.
The goblin that got used as a body shield, can I use my Toll the Dead on that one? It's a 60 feet range.
He's like just outside of it, like just by like 5 feet, literally like
Okay.
5 feet outside of it.
Right.
Okay, but Zar, it is your turn.
How does it look out there, Eladrin?
What are we doing? It is not good. There are goblins running around the ground everywhere. There are even some on top of the houses.
Is there a window right here, DM?
There is. That's kind of where Nalen looked out from
Okay.
to kind of see everything that was going on.
So I'm gonna walk to the window. Can I open the window?
Yeah, you can open the window.
Okay, so I'll open the window. I'll kind of stick my head out. And oh, geez, okay. And then I will shoot out a burning hands towards these guys.
Okay, so kind of describe to me your process of casting Burning Hands. What's it
Yes.
look like?
So Zar he closes his eyes and he's still using the ring as like his focus, and he kind of points it out like he does a fist, and then the fire kind of grows in the ring and just shoots out in a 15-foot cone.
All right. So I think you can draw out the cone somehow.
Yeah, that AoE. I'm not
There's
sure
a
how.
draw.
I think it's
Cone.
AoE.
It might be a AoE.
Oh.
Yeah, you can do a cone.
Oh,
So many
There are
triangles.
so many cones.
I know. How do you delete a cone?
Click on it and press delete.
Oh. Oof.
There are so many.
Everyone's adding cones. All right, I'm deleting some. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me remove it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. So you got this one. I'll move. All right, there you go. So you can
Socket.
kind of like tilt it. Yeah, there you go. So preferably the top end at you.
Perfect.
Yes.
Backwards. What have you done? Yes, that's good.
Yeah, and you can angle it however you wish to avoid your party members.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how do I angle this. Is it?
So when you click on it, there's like that little eye kind of thing at the top,
Yeah.
and you
Oh,
can kind
there we
of
go, okay.
twist and
Cool,
turn
cool,
it
cool.
that way. I may have
Yeah,
flipped it
so-
on you.
Kind of like there.
All right, so yeah, that's enough to get the 2 of those ones there.
So
Nice.
Dex 13.
Dex 13 for these guys. Okay. All right, so where's my dice? There it is.
Oh wow.
Oh, so these goblins are caught by surprise of you popping out of the window and absolutely barbecuing them with your burning hands, as both of these minions are burnt alive and die.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, I did it again. And I'll close the window and walk back inside.
All right, well, hit and run tactics, they work. All right, and that's the end of your turn.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So, now it's this goblin up here's turn. The goblin boss is going to look over at his little goblin accomplice there, and he's going to yell at him, "Get out of here and go fetch the others, now!" And this goblin is going to leap down from the roof, and he's going to begin dashing away and away from combat, leaving a trail of blood behind him. And that's going to be him. So, Nayland, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna run over here and try to smack this goblin with a mace.
Awesome. Go for it.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah. Plus a d4. So 17.
Awesome. 17. How do you swing it at this goblin?
Once Nayland realizes how low, like how weak they really are, he kind of just like takes out his mace and just runs up and tries to like hit it like kind of golf style, but with one arm.
So you're like coming up from like underneath, like
Yeah,
going for its head?
underneath. Big uppercut.
All right, so as you kind of swing that bad boy for 7 damage, you absolutely blow this thing's head right off of its shoulders. And it's dead.
I'm terribly sorry about that. That'd be his turn.
All right.
That was so very impressive.
So now it's the big goblin's turn. He's going to jump down and begin engaging with this Aarakocra over here. As the goblin pulls out a scimitar and he begins doing battle with this Aarakocra over here. Midas, you're up.
Oh. Alright, I'm gonna just move slightly up. And then just because it worked last time, I'm gonna keep that little string out and cast lightning lure again, but on the remaining goblin that's right next to us.
Awesome. So that's a strength save.
Yep, 13.
All right, and a 6 does not do it. So
It does
describe what you're gonna do to this guy.
I don't wanna like twirl the string like a lasso, like throwing it over his head and like pull him forward.
All right, so as you get that lightning lure around its body and you yank it towards you, it basically is like turning to dust in the air and is basically like a bunch of like black powder that just you kind of brush to the side as it gets vaporized.
I brush off any dust I might have gotten on my clothes before, just using the rest of my movement to just continue walking forward.
I also brush off some of the dust that may have gotten on my clothing in the action.
Perfect. Holgrim, you're up. These 2 goblins are kind of standing on the top of this building over here.
Okay. I want to see how far away from goblin boss I am.
Currently
It's
you're
looking
about
like
40-ish.
50-ish.
Yeah, 40-ish, 50.
Yeah. So I think I might call out, I guess, to my allies, take down the two on the roof. I'm going for the bus, and then I'm just going to use my movement and my action to make my way over there
All right.
and just get right up on him.
Awesome.
And that's gonna
Beautiful.
be my turn.
Okay, perfect. So these little goblins over here are going to hop down from the roof, and they're going to close in on Nayland over here.
No.
So they're going to take some stabs at you. Let's see. Let me see. 14 plus 3, so 17.
Oh yeah, it hits.
All right, and you're gonna take 2 piercing damage as these little goblins kind of jump up on your quads because you're really tall, and they're just kind of stabbing at the sides. One on each.
Kind of just trying to shake them off.
One on each leg. They're just like little Chucky dolls, just kind of stabbing you in the legs.
He does the Ace Ventura thing, just like oh.
And Eladrian, you are up.
So I see this happen to Nayland, and again I look back at Zara, and I'm like, "Continue to protect the family." And then I run over here just to where I can see him a little bit better, and I go ahead and use my bonus action first and cast Healing Word on Nayland.
Heck yeah, man.
So you get all of 4 damage back, 4 HP back to you, Nayland.
Thank you.
And then I see these. I continue to use my movement and finish out right over here, and I'm right in line with this guy, the big baddie over here, and I'm gonna go ahead and cast another firebolt right at this guy, and hopefully can make it between, or I'll shoot it up in the air and down like a long shot with a bow and arrow.
All right.
And then so that's a 16 to hit.
It does not hit, unfortunately.
Oh my gosh! So I miss and I land on the roof of that house next to him.
So the goblin boss, even though he's engaged with this Aarakocra over here, and he sees Holgrim approaching, he's wary of your attacks, and he's got a good sense of the battlefield right now, and he's able to get out of the way of your firebolt. All right. Okay. Top of the round. You guys got a minute for tactics, and these goblins that are up here have been slain by these guards over here.
Cool.
And there's also one at the bottom if anyone didn't see it. But he got slain as well.
If y'all can take care of these goblins on me, I can hit the big guy up here with something that'll give Holgrim or whoever attacks him advantage next time they attack him.
Would y'all want to interrogate the boss to see?
Oh yeah,
kinda
we could try knocking him out.
So I can give him a minus D4 on one of his saving throws with Mind Sliver.
Okay, nice.
I can also cast a snare if you like can lure him towards us. That way he'll be restrained if he doesn't pass.
Okay, sweet.
Perfect.
Maybe don't have to worry about him escaping or anything.
We gotta take care of these 2 goblins on me though too.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
They'll definitely be out by the end of this round though.
Yeah.
I'll hit whatever's left after we're done.
Okay, great.
Okay, perfect. Zar, you're up.
So seeing Eladrian leave, I'd be like, okay, and I'll look back towards the family. They'd be like, okay, seeing the other 2 slain over here by these guards. I'd be like, okay, you guys stay here. I'm gonna try and go help, and I will move out. 30. And I will, seeing Nayland in a little bit of trouble, I will cast Ray of Frost on this guy.
Awesome. Roll to hit.
No.
A 7.
Plus a D4.
Let's see.
Alright, so
10.
10 total. So this little goblin, seeing you come out of the house and launch an attack at it, is able to get out of the way. You kind of shoot over it because it's so small, and the ice kind of dissipates on the house behind it.
Oh, I'm sorry, Neely. I will try to help you. That'll be my turn.
Alright, so at the beginning of Naelin's turn, these little goblins are going to try their best to stab at your feet. So
Sure.
I need you to make a dex save.
Got you. Dex save. Oh, yeah, that's a 5.
A 5, okay. So you're unable to dodge the speed of these little goblins stabbing at your toes, and you're going to take 2 piercing damage. But it is
Get
your
these
turn.
damn things off me!
Oh, don't worry, we're coming.
If you don't miss next time.
Times I'm kind of shanked.
My fault.
Alright, what are you going to do, Midas? Or sorry, Naelin, what are you going to do?
Oh, it's my turn now? Oh, that's
Yeah.
right, that's right, I forgot. So I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on this dude up here.
Okay.
I forgot how you spell it. There you go. Yes. So I will roll 2 hits because it's a ranged spell attack.
A 10. Unfortunately, this goblin is now quite aware of attacks from a distance after Eladrian tried to cast a firebolt at it. So it is able to get out of the way of your guiding bolt.
No.
It's okay. Then Naelin's just gonna like cover his face with a shield and go invisible
Okay.
with a hidden step as a bonus action.
Ooh, beautiful.
And then I'm gonna can I step away?
Once you're invisible, yes.
Okay, yes, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna step. Actually, I'll probably step towards the battle as far as I can.
Okay, so as you kind of disappear, these little goblins are just... They don't know where you went.
Kind of just like rubbing his kneecaps, rubbing the pain off. Pass.
All right. So now it is this...
A jar of icy hot.
So is this large goblin's turn now, and seeing this his forces dwindling in front of him, he's just going to say, "Where the hell are all those reinforcements?" And he's going to, with one arm, with his shield arm, he's going to smack away the Aarakocra that's over here, who gets kind of pushed back and tumbles to the ground. He doesn't look like he's too much of a fighter type, but he sees Holgrim clad in his armor and his chainmail, and he's going to try and strike at you, Holgrim. And he actually has multiple attacks here. So first attack, so 15 plus 4, so a 19.
Yep, hits.
Okay, and that's going to do 4 slashing damage. And then with his second attack, which is at disadvantage. Okay, the second attack, you're able to get out of the way of his second attack there. And at the end of his turn, coming from the direction of that one goblin that ran away, you guys will see another little squad of goblins appear.
Oh my gosh.
But they're just arrived on the battlefield. They're not going to be doing anything else this turn. So, Midas, it is your turn.
Cool. So I'm gonna move forward, and I'm just gonna groan. Be like, "Ugh, do I have to handle everything before casting Soften Grasp on my my metal hand and hitting one down here?
Awesome. Roll for that
Let's see if it
attack.
hits.
So
Awkward.
So you try and reach out for this goblin, but he just ducks underneath you. He's very small. He's able to pretty nimbly get out of the way.
I kind of like look at my hand and just, oh, fuck.
Okay, is that everything?
That is all for my turn.
All right. Holgrim, it is your turn.
All right. Yeah, I think based on where I'm at and what's going on, I'm just gonna take my attack against this goblin in front of me.
All right.
Oh, that was damage. Hold on. 16, and do I still have bless?
Yeah, you still have bless.
17.
17 to hit.
All right, you are able to strike at this large goblin here. So roll. We'll use roll that damage again there. Ooh, should have took the first one. But
Damn.
6 points of damage. So you are able to kind of bat away its shield and take your warhammer, hitting him on the side as you deal 6 points of damage to it.
Okay, and yeah, that's it for me.
Awesome. Okay, so now it's these little goblins' turns here. So they're gonna split up a little bit here, seeing how Eladrian ran past one of them. He's gonna go here, and the other one's going to attack Midas here. So they pull out their little daggers and they try their best to hit you. So 11 total for the attack for both of them. So they both miss. So they try and get up and attack you, but you guys are able to kind of like, you know, like put your hand out and like stop them, like you're like fighting a little child. They're just trying to stab at you, but their reach is very small compared to yours. And speaking of Eladrian, you are up.
I look back at this little goblin that's coming at my feet, right? And I look at him and I'm like, what are you doing? Get away from me. And then I grab his head and I cast Shocking Grasp right on his head.
Awesome. So before you do that, though, well, you can roll, so that's fine. Just make a dex save for me, as he's trying to stab you, and then he's able to slip your grasp and try and stab at your feet. And he is able to kind of slip, and his dagger falls, and it kind of cuts you against the calf there, dealing 1 piercing damage to you.
You have nicked me.
and in response, you grab it by the head and you hit it. So roll damage.
You should not have done this. For 6 damage.
All right. So this thing gets absolutely electrocuted and burnt to dust as it dies in front of you. All right.
Yes.
Now
This will make a fine bridge to a song.
Now we are at the top of the round, so 1 minute of planning. Go.
Go.
Okay, well,
Are we still trying to take this guy prisoner to interrogate him, or do we want to focus on the getting everybody
you could
down?
hit him with non-lethal damage, and just like keep him knocked out, and take care of the rest of these goblins up here.
Yeah, I don't see them, do I, Dion? These guys.
I'm assuming I can't either.
I think they're behind the house.
Yeah, you guys are a little
Yeah.
bit. You guys are kind of blocked off there with the line of sight.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I was gonna say I could walk over and do burning hands, but can't see them.
Yeah.
I mean, I can try to charm this beastie guy, right? Would charm person work on him? Because is he humanoid at all?
Well, you can certainly try.
What the boss?
Yeah, I can try to charm him so that way we can interrogate him easier.
You can certainly try.
Oh, certainly. We gotta knock him out first.
He might
Yeah.
what's it called? Call his goblins off. You can charm him.
Exactly. If you take him out, the other goblins probably like fall back.
So I'll hold my turn for you. That way he gets a minus D4 whenever you try to charm him, and I'll do a mind sliver.
Okay.
All right.
I'm at the end of the round though.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
I'll just hold my turn to the end.
We're going. Zar, you're up.
Okay, Eladrin, I have an idea, and I'll see. Yeah, so I'll run up to Eladrin,
Yes.
and I will be like, okay, you gotta charm him so that we can get some information, okay?
This is a great idea, boy.
I'll try to help, and I'll reach out my own mind and cast Mind Sliver, on the boss. Intelligence 13 save.
All right. Intelligence 13 save. It saves with a 14.
Damn.
Oof. That was a good idea, boy.
I tried. Yeah, that's my turn.
So you try to cast Mind Sliver at it, but this goblin boss shakes its head. It's too enraptured in battle to be affected by you. So this Aarakocra over in the corner here, he's gonna kind of get himself up, look over to the party, you guys kind of approaching this goblin boss, and he'll say, oh my gosh, there's more coming. That one that got away must be getting reinforcements. We have to stop him. And this Aarakocra is going to pull back his short bow and split the needle right between Holgrim and this big goblin to strike at one of these goblins that's approaching, and he hits it right between the eyes as it goes down. And he will say to the rest of you, "We must stop that one goblin before he gets more reinforcements." Naylan, it's your turn.
As he hears this, Naylan goes like uninvisible and will channel divinity. And I'm going to mark the boss with Path to the Grave, and so the next time that an attack hits it, it has vulnerability to all of that attack's damage, and then the curse ends.
Okay, now is that for like how long does that last on him? Is it just so that like if someone tries to attack him and it misses, is it still on him?
Until the end of my next as an action, I curse one of the creatures until the end of my next turn.
Okay, so he's basically vulnerable to whatever first hits him.
Yeah.
All right, perfect.
So that was my action. Bonus action, I'm going invisible again.
How many times can you do that?
Twice a day.
Okay, so this is your second time.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I can't do it anymore.
Very brave of you to go invisible twice in one combat.
Listen, man.
It's all fine. It's fine.
All right, thank you. I didn't say he was brave. That'll be my turn.
All right. So now it's this goblin boss's turn as he looks over to the goblins that are approaching, and he says, "About time you guys got here. Help me with these fools." And he's going to try and strike out once again at you, Holgrim, as you are the biggest threat that he sees.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay. It's a natural 20 on his end.
Oh my god, no.
So sorry for your loss.
So this goblin's going to crank back his blade and swing down at you. Now, before we do that, I want to remind everybody that you have inspiration points too. that can be used.
That's true.
Yeah, I think I should.
If you so
probably use
choose.
some,
Yeah, you know what?
If I'm gonna be.
Smoke him if you got him.
So do I want to? So I have 3 inspiration points. What does that get? me
Wait,
for
so
the
could we
reduction?
reduce his
2
roll
points.
to a not nat 20?
Yeah, you sure can.
Yeah, I think I'll spend one inspiration point to reduce his roll to a 19.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, snap, okay.
So he goes up to swing, and he comes down on you, still dealing 5 points of slashing damage, as his attack roll was a 19. All right, and he does get. So that will be his. He's going to use kind of his remaining action, say, to tell these goblins, "Get in here and help me." So now it's going to be these little minions' turns as they all scramble in and get close and kind of get in behind Holgrim over here.
Nalen's just breathing so quietly, so softly.
And this, oh, there's too much stuff in the way. Okay, there we go. And this one's gonna go like right beside Holgrim over here. And they're all going to try and pile on top of Holgrim. So that's going to be 13 plus. Well, even that doesn't hit you. So they're trying their best to stab at you. They're stabbing, but they're just hitting metal. All that armor that you're wearing, they can't seem to break through. But they're trying their darndest. But that's going to be their turn. So, Midas, you're up.
Now that I can see all the goblins again, I was just yell, "There's more!" And like backhand, hopefully, the one goblin that's on me with stalking grass.
All right, go for it.
You say backhand him?
Yes. Please, bro.
Dang,
Let
bro.
me get.
With a natural one, this
Knocking.
little goblin's very wily, and he's dodging and getting out of your way. And
Get this little shit off of me.
I need you to make a dex save for me.
Why?
Why?
Wow.
Oh wow, that is so.
All
weird.
right. So as you're trying to hit him, he's trying to stab at your feet, but you're able to. Both you're dodging each other very nimbly, I
Little
might add.
shit.
All right, Holgrim, you're up, and you are surrounded, my friend.
Yeah, I'm feeling a little rough. I think what I'm gonna do actually is use my action to cast Lay on Hands on myself.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna use my whole.
You
Cool.
dump all of them.
Yeah, I got 10 points.
All right.
Healing.
So
Uh,
perfectly fine with that. You can do that, but before you do, these goblins are going to get a chance to stab at your feet. So I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Sure.
It's a little bit higher DC because there's so many of them.
And do I have Bless?
You do have bless.
Thank God.
That's probably not gonna help that much.
Not going to help that much. No. So these goblins are just kind of piling on top of you, and they're able to find the little chinks in your armor that they can get their blades through, and they stab you, and you get 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay. And then I guess I'm just gonna kind of yell out to the goblin leader, "Why are you doing this? Who sent you? Why are you here?" And that's gonna be my turn.
All right. Eladrian, you're up.
So I look at what's going on, and I see that we've got this one here left next to Midas, and I'm like, "Midas, you can handle him!" And then
Wow. Gee, thanks.
I run over here behind behind Nalen again, and look at this big bad goblin fella, and I say, "All right, let's give this a shot." And I'm going to cast Charm Person on him, and he has to make a Wisdom saving throw of 13, but has advantage because he's being attacked by my friends.
Okay, so wisdom save with advantage.
Yes.
Okay, so one's 15 and
Yeah. So he.
natural 20. So
Damn.
I don't even know what I'm doing here.
so you try to strum, or what instrument do you currently have out?
Right now I've got my lute.
All right, so you try to strum a gentle, relaxing, comforting song to this goblin boss, but he is very much in a battle rage right now, and he shakes it off.
He is not having it.
Is that everything?
Yeah, so I will then use my. Yeah, I'm good. I'll just kind of hide behind this bush right here.
All right. So you're gonna. Are you like taking the? Are you trying to hide? Because I.
Sure, I'll use. I'll use a. Can I use? Can I hide?
I don't know if I think hide's an action. So I don't know.
No,
if you
I'm just
can
gonna
do
stand
it.
behind this bush and look like I'm trying to
Yeah.
crouch behind it, but you
All
can
right.
obviously like an elephant behind a blade of grass,
We can see your white ponytail sticking out from behind it.
like a snowfall.
So Holgrim, with you addressing that goblin boss, he'll look back at you and he says, "We were ordered to do this. If we don't do it, we'll die." And then, so now we're at the next round of combat. So you guys got a minute starting now. Go.
Ah,
I'm gonna try hitting him with guiding bolt again.
Can do another burning hands to these three. Kind of take them out.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if we can get like all of the little ones down or most of them, I might be able to try and grapple the big guy if we want to talk to him some more.
Okay. Okay, for sure.
All right, we'll see where you're at when you got
Yeah.
if you grapple him or not.
eventually, I'll get this goblin out of the way.
You got this. Next, not 20. I'm calling it.
Yeah.
Please.
I think we're good.
Good.
All right, Czar, your round. Your go.
I'll kind of turn to Midas, and be like, Midas, you can do it this time. You're chosen. And then I'm like,
I'll roll my eyes.
and not seeing that, I'll run forward to here. See if I can do this time. There you are, coming. Oh,
All right, and you're kind of aiming for the 3.
yeah.
All right.
Oh, no. Crap.
That's okay.
Everyone doesn't look
Reverse
good.
gravity. No.
Everyone's flipping around. It's okay.
Oh no.
So you're trying your best to aim for these 3 here. I will
Yes.
say that because Nalen's invisible,
Right.
you will probably hit him as well, but that's because you don't know he's there.
Dicks.
Yep. Perfectly fine.
Thanks.
I can't see you, man. So it's Dex 13.
Okay, Nalen, you also roll the dex save, please.
Alright. No, I'm really good at these, you know.
You got this.
15.
Yes.
16,
All right, I think you still take half.
19.
You still take half as much, I believe.
Yeah, you take half of them. I failed save.
So what's your damage?
It was 13.
13.
Dang.
All right. So Nalen, you take 6 fire damage, and I think
And
you're
I
still
go uninvisible.
okay. I didn't know if you still.
I think.
I don't
Wait,
know
let me
if you
check.
get hit. But anyways, you absolutely barbecue these 3 goblins that are here.
Oh no, I'm still invisible.
Okay.
Don't worry, Holgrim. I got your back.
Why won't you die? All right. Okay. Is that everything?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, Nalen, you're up.
Nalen, like as he like goes uninvisible, he's kind of just like holding himself up with his mace. My fault, Czar, but I
didn't even see you. I'm so
kind of just got like a couple burning singes on his clothing. He's gonna point his shield towards the boss and try to cast guiding bolt one more time.
All right.
All right. Okay. Ooh, that's a natural 20.
All right.
Oh.
Did you call that?
Oh gosh, yeah. So there's that. Plus, he's going to be vulnerable to this damage.
Yeah.
So let me just.
Oh crap.
Oh,
So
Wow.
I believe that comes out to 54 points of damage.
Wow.
54
Whoa.
points. Okay, so how do you want to kill this thing?
Nayland just like reappears and coughs up some smoke and kind of just like points his mace towards the dude and just like, I'm tired. Ugh.
And your barrage of guiding bolts, blasts, like literally are hitting this goblin boss with such velocity. You are like lifting it up in the air. Like it is just like poof, 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 and you're like knocking it up like 5 feet in the air, up and up and up. I don't know how many bolts come out, but I imagine it's multiple.
It says one, but it's like we could flavors right?
Yeah. Just like with the critical damage, the vulnerability, you're just like knocking this thing up in the air, and the final bolt comes up, and it's like a firework where this thing just absolutely is exploded in the air as its guts and armor and all that stuff just plummet to the ground, splashing right in front of Holgrim, and this thing is dead.
Jeez, level 2 by
Wow.
the way.
I apologize.
Holy.
My knees hurt.
You're that was amazing. I
Um,
have never seen
He's
an
just-
attack of such prowess.
He's just gonna use his movement to sit down.
the Aarakocra up in the corner was just like watching in amazement, like watching a fireworks show. He's just like, oh wow, ooh ah. Awesome. Is that your turn? You got anything
That's-
else up your sleeve?
That's it.
All right, fair enough. Okay,
dang.
so seeing this goblin, seeing his boss just get absolutely lit up, is gonna try and flee and run away. So Holgrim, you get the chance for an opportunity attack.
You tell him.
Oh,
All right.
green, yeah.
So a 16 does hit this fleeing goblin.
Right.
All right, how does Holgrim strike down this goblin?
Well, Holgrim right now is just a little bit shocked after seeing what Nayland did. As the goblin, turns to run away, I just kind of pull back my warhammer. I'm still kind of like looking at Nayland with my mouth open a little bit, so it's just kind of like a no-look swipe right to his chest to take him out.
Awesome. So yeah, you absolutely bring down the hammer against this little goblin here, as he is like squished like a pancake, or you cave in his chest, however you want to imagine it. But he is dead.
Cool.
Midas, you're up with us. You're having an epic battle over here.
Look, I don't know how to run up all those fireworks. I'm gonna try to just grab it by the neck with my stalking grass. Metal hand. It never failed me before, unless we count today.
I believe in you.
Oh my god,
All right, roll damage.
thank you.
All right. How do you want to finish? How do you want to finish this thing?
I was just gonna push it away with the hand, just like, oh, I'm so over this.
And as you push him away, the electricity comes out of your hand, and this thing is barbecued and knocked into this well as it turns to dust on the way down, and it's dead.
And I'm just gonna groan, continue patting myself off, and just saying, I'm so over fighting.
Amazing. So that is the end of the combat there. So as the combat, the threat appears to be over, these guards from Vrento kind of approach you guys, and they are on horseback at this point, but they all approach you guys as the Aarakocra makes his way through you guys, patting you on the shoulder and thanking you with every bit of praise that he can, as he makes his way towards the Vrento guards. And you guys are able to see that he's having a discussion with these Vrento guards that are on horseback currently. And Midas, you're pretty close by, so you can hear that. You hear this conversation, and the guards are especially concerned that there are goblins present, as all of these, the gentleman that comes from the inn, that large half-orc man, runs out. I don't have a token for him, but he runs out. Actually, we're just going to go off of the VTT, so don't worry about it. So the large half-orc man comes out, ranting and raving about goblins. So the orc comes through and he says, "Goblins, we've never seen anything like this in Stellaris. What is going on? Where do they come from?" And the Vrento guards look back to him and he says, "Sir, we are just as concerned about this as you are. We have to go report this to Vrento immediately." And the Aarakocra looks back to the guards and he says, "No, what about the one that was running away? He's going to get more reinforcements." And the guards look back to him and he says, "Sir, we understand that that's very important, but it looks like you have some very strapping adventurers over here. It is very important that we mention this to the council at Vrento." And these guards turn around on their horseback and begin riding out of town. The Aarakocra looks over to the half-orc, shakes his head, and looks back to you guys, now kind of gathered together. I have to thank you so much for helping save our town. As you clearly heard, this is something that's never happened before in all of Stellaris. No one's ever seen any goblins before. And the large orc chimes in, "I've only heard of goblins from travelers that have come to Stellaris. We've never had anything like this in well over the whole history of Stellaris."
Ever? That is a long time to never see anything like this. Where do you think they came from?
The Aarakocra chimes in and he says, "Well, I mean, we've had all sorts of, there's magical beasts around and things like that, but we've never seen anything like goblins. I mean, there's some undead here and there, but never any sort of monstrosities like this, like these ravenous little beasts. But I'm just very worried about that one that got away. I mean, do you guys think you could go find him and end him before he sends more our way?"
I'm sure we could take care of that for you, but first, who are you, and what are you doing here fighting these goblins?
Of course. Well, Kurlak, who are these guys? I saw that they came out of your inn. So the large half-orc man steps up. He says, "Well, we were a little preoccupied, so I apologize for not giving introductions. My name's Kurlak. I own the respite here in Dunblane. And here, this fine Aarakocra is named Jurek, and he's the chief of Dunblane." So you see the Aarakocra now that the combat's done and the adrenaline's kind of receded a little bit. You see the Aarakocra, he stands about 6 feet tall. He has brown feathers with white spots throughout, a yellow beak with amber eyes. He's got his bow and arrow kind of strewn upon his back, and he addresses you guys. And he says, "Well, Sister Azur found you guys out in the fields near the Crimson Sun tomb while she was out picking herbs, but that was over a day ago. You guys have been passed out ever since, isn't that right, Kurlak?" Kurlak steps up and he says, "Yes, Sister Azur was sure to fetch us, and me and my son came and picked up your bodies, and we brought you back to the inn. No sense in leaving you fine folks laying out in the field like that." But Jurek looks back to you guys and kind of shakes his head. He says, There's not enough time to explain everything right now. Please, you must go chase after that goblin. Make sure it's not getting any reinforcements, and maybe you can even find where they came from."
Thank you for saving us. You do make a good point.
I'm gonna look at one of these guys on horseback, and try to take their horse. Be like, "You don't need this horse. You are going to stay here. We are going to chase the goblin. I need a ride."
Those guards are long gone already.
No, come back! I need your horse.
No use in yelling for them now.
Those soldiers have deemed the threat of goblins to be very important, that they had to report it right away.
I guess I can be glad that they have such a sense of duty.
Whenever you found us, was there anyone else around? What?
Well, and this is a Kurlak. He says, "Well, the Sister Azur found you guys, but I'm not sure where she is. I'm sure she could enlighten you a little bit more as to, the state that she found you in. But Durek's right. We must find this goblin and make sure aren't any more of them."
I want to ask Doric, as somebody who's familiar with this area, where do you think they would be hiding if they were close by? Is there somewhere we should check first?
And Durek kind of thinks back to the little fight that you guys just had. And he says, "Well, I was able to hit that goblin with one of my arrows. I think," and he looks in the direction that the goblin was fleeing, and he says, "I think I see some trails of blood along the way. That might be able to lead you to him." As to say where they might be coming from, I mean, I've lived around Dunblane for many, many years, and there's no such cave or anything like that where they might have come from. I mean, the only thing close to that is the Crimson Sun's tomb. But that's been protected for many, many years.
We'll help you so that we can protect your families and make sure that they don't hurt any more of you.
And when you say that, Kurlak comes up and puts his large hand on your shoulder, and he says, I saw what you did out there, young one, and quite a formidable job with that fire magic of yours. Thank you for protecting my family."
He's Basil.
Yeah.
You kind of you start crumpling under the weight of his hand on your shoulder, and he's I'm sorry about that.
It's okay. It wasn't really me. It was these guys. These guys are the heroes. I'm just here.
Don't sell yourself short, Czar. You had your hand in a few of those goblin deaths.
Okay. I'm so sorry that I hit you, Nayland. And I'll take out the potion. It's like, you gifted this to me, but I think you should have it now.
Oh, I'll be fine. I can heal myself. I still have some energy left.
Okay. I'll try not to do it again.
It's all right. I should have let you know I was invisible.
And then after you guys had that little conversation, Kurlak says, "Well, I have to go check on my daughter, but please go find that goblin that ran away." And he's going to kind of give you the old bum slap there, Czar, but he's going to kind of lift you off the ground. Lift you off the ground as he does it.
Oh my god.
Go get him.
Just goes, "Oh my."
Oh my.
Hey, Czar, I think he likes you.
I'll actually take off my one of my pinky rings, which is like a pinkish gemstone, and I'll give it to him. Here, just give this to your daughter. I hope she isn't scared.
Oh, I'm sure she would greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. And he turns and heads back to the respite.
What a nice man.
Jurek now, after that exchange, he says, "Please, gentlemen, there's time's wasting. The more time we waste here, the closer that goblin might get to his friends. Please follow him."
Yeah, I'll just say, yeah, let's get going. I'll lead the way.
All right, fine.
All right, awesome. So let's take a little break.
Whoa!
But yeah, in real life.
Yes.
Yes.
That was excellent. That was so fun. Oh my gosh.
All right, let's get back together in about 10 minutes. Okay, so 9:45.
Great.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Time enough for a real shit.
Yes.
LOL.
All right, I shall return.
Today's episode of Crimson Skies brought to you by the letter D and D.
All right, so we pick up right where we left off. So they are following the goblin that ran away from the combat, and there is a kind of a trail of blood leading out from the city. So what's our kind of marching order heading into the forest area near Dunblane?
I am right on the heels of Holgrim.
Yeah, I guess-
Eladrian's in the back of the pack. He's got his loot out, and he's just kind of plucking along, again with the driving music as we continue our
I'd be
journey down.
behind.
blink 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 blink
I'm
blink.
just groaning as I follow behind.
All right,
I'll be in the middle.
Holgrim's kind of bobbing his head to the music at the front of the line.
That's right, Holgrim. Feel the beat.
All right, so you guys are beginning to follow the path outside, following the trail of blood. I'm gonna have one of you guys decide who's gonna roll a perception check.
I'll do it.
Okay. Does anyone want to do anything to help them out?
I mean, I will give you a high five.
Can I cast guidance on myself?
Yep.
Great.
I guess I'll. I don't know what our rules are on like assisting. Like, if I assist him, would he roll with advantage, or would
Yep.
I?
Yeah, if you want to
So the
use
help
a
action.
help.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
well-
you
Oh, yeah,
kind
that's
of.
a thing. Cool.
Yep. So you can kind of try and help them. If you see anything.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Awesome. Perfect.
2 nat 20s, bro.
I have the eyes
Wow,
of an
that-
eagle and the
that is
powers of a
insane.
god.
So, Nayland, you are able to just absolutely spot every, the reflections of the sun are just hitting those little blood spatters that you can see. You're just like, bam, there it is, bam, there it is, bam, there it is. I'm just going to keep following the path, and you guys are able to follow the path without any issues. And as you guys are making your way into the forest area, you're starting to notice that the trees around this area have been stripped of their bark. And it kind of is very reminiscent of those little goblins that had the bark shields. It looks like they were just kind of ripping the bark off of these trees as they made their way into town as weaponry. And as you go further in, the blood's Nayland, the blood is getting in thicker and thicker pools, and maybe about 20-30 or so feet. Mike's got a call.
Midas, mute your phone.
So about 30 or 40 feet away, you see a goblin lying face down on the ground.
I cast Spare the Dying on him.
So this goblin is unfortunately already dead.
Dang it.
It
Tried to
looks
take
like
action.
it looks
Can we
like
check
it,
his runes, see where it came from, like how he could have died, if he had any runes. That is.
About maybe 15 or 20 feet ahead of this goblin, and it looks like the goblin had bled out from the arrow that Jared...
Oh my god.
Midas, again!
Of course, the artificer has a phone.
So about 20 or 15, 20 feet away from the goblin, you guys can see a hole in the ground.
Hole?
I'm just curious, what direction are we heading? Are we kind of heading back towards that Crimson Tomb where we were the other day, or are we moving in a different direction?
You guys are heading, kind of on that direction, but not the exact direction of the tomb. Like, it's in that forest area, but it's kind of, if it was from Dunblane, the tomb was directly to the east. You guys are kind of headed northeast.
Okay.
And if you want to look on the above VTT, I pulled up the world map there.
Look at you.
Nice. Oh, nice.
So
Very
it's
smart.
kind of up in this direction over here, if you can see the ping there.
Yes.
Nice.
And the Crimson Sun tomb was kind of over here more.
Okay.
So you guys are heading up a little bit more northeast. Yeah, so there's a hole about 15 20 feet away from the body of the goblin. Looks like he was trying to head in that direction.
Guys, there's a hole. You might have lived there. There might be more goblins.
Do we see anything else kind of around the hole, or is that just... That's it?
So from where you guys are at, like 15, 20 feet away, you just see the hole itself. You kind of see the earth disturbed around the outside of the hole there.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go walk over to the edge of the hole and peer down, and be
Awesome.
like, "This is a scary hole. What is inside?"
So as
Buddies, don't get too close.
So as Eladrian bravely walks towards the hole, you see that the hole, while it's kind of flat on the surface, as you peer your head down, it looks like it's got like a slant, like it's going down into the ground at about like a 45-50 degree angle. And it is dark in there. So it goes down maybe like 10 or so feet. You can just barely make out the bottom of wherever the cave enters.
Since I have dark vision, can I see if there's like stairs or anything?
You don't see any stairs, but on the slant going down into the ground, you can kind of see some claw marks. And it looks as though, at a quick glance, it looks like they're claw marks that were coming out from the cave, or the entrance to the tunnel, I should say, and kind of out into the forest. So
Alright.
It looks like something came out from this hole.
All right, so I look back at the party, and I'm like, "Friends, I think this is a tunnel. There are claw marks on the side."
Like something came out of it?
It's like it was trying to claw its way out of the hole, out of the tunnel.
So it made the tunnel.
I think this is like a foxhole, but for a very large fox.
That doesn't sound that good.
In my time reading, do I know of any like caves and stuff around like Stellaris? Like random just holes?
You have not heard of anything like this in all of your studies.
Guys, I've never even read about these things. I don't even know where this could go.
You checked in this new book that we've gotten?
You want me to just check it?
I don't. Well, yes.
Okay, so I'll kind of pull the book out of my satchel, and I'll look at it, and I'll look
Okay.
at the side. Is it still locked?
So, it is now currently unlatched.
Zara's
Now-
eyes gonna go wide. He'll be like, guys, the book is unlocked. It was locked before. Should
When
What's
did
the-
you unlock it?
it was locked before we went to sleep.
I wonder if the stranger in the night unlocked the book for us.
I'll open the book.
Okay. So, you open up the book, and as I mentioned before, you're able to see kind of from the sides that there's only 5 pages to the book, although the pages themselves are quite thick. So you open the book, and on the first page, you don't see anything written down. But as you flip the page once, twice, 3 times, and on the 4th page, you see an image of the crown that person was wearing. The image of the crown is kind of at like the top of the page. I'd say it takes up about like the top half of the page, and it's very similar to how you saw it when it generated the image on the cover of the book. So it kind of looks like a sketched, arcane, kind of glowing crown. But there's no words on the page, just the image of that crown.
I'll kind of like run my fingers kind of in the etched part of the crown and like run my fingers down it.
Sure, roll an perception for me.
Okay. Perception. Where you at? There you are. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Okay. So, as you run your fingers through it, as someone that is quite familiar with books and arcane this and that, you can tell that this picture was arcane in nature. It was etched there by some kind of magic. Unfortunately, you do not know what kind of magic would be able to do this.
Okay. And then, do I feel anything else like on the page, like when I run my finger down it? Or
You don't feel anything on the page. However, given the kind of layout of the page, you get the sense that there probably should be some kind of text below the image of the crown, but it does not appear to be filled in any sort of way.
I'll kind of turn to the 5th page and see if there's anything.
The 5th page is blank.
I'll turn back to the 4th. Guys, there's the image of the crown that when the guy showed up. Remember how it glowed? There's nothing else though in this book.
There's no other pages.
No, there's 5 pages, but there's no writing, no drawings, no magical symbols, nothing.
I wonder if the writing is magical and it is hidden from your view.
Maybe can anyone tell? Because I can't. Can I make an Arcana check?
Yeah,
Would that help?
you can try.
Okay.
You can certainly try.
Try to see if the words are magically etched in there. 15.
15. So, given your extensive knowledge of arcane books and textbooks and things like that, given that the picture there was arcanely, I guess, placed there, you have your reason to believe that there's got to be some kind of trigger that will fill in the rest of the details. You're not quite sure what that trigger is, though.
I think there's some way that the words might be invisible or hiding. I'm not sure. Anyone have any ideas?
Don't you study these books? Why don't you just make it appear?
Oh, shots fired.
Can I just make it appear, DM?
How are you going to make it appear?
I'll take out a pen from my bag. And I'll flip back to the first page. And I'll dip it in some ink and I'll try to write.
Okay. So you try to write inside the book, but the ink does not appear to be absorbed by the page. Like it's almost like a hydrophobic kind of material where nothing is like sticking to it. Anything you try to etch into it will not take. Even if you try to forcefully press into it and try to make like a, scratch mark or rip the page, nothing is able to leave an imprint on the book.
Seeing that, I can't even write in it. Let me see. Now, while it's in my hands, I'll cast a ray of frost on it. Maybe magic.
All right.
Maybe magic will help. I don't know.
Roll an attack for me.
Oh shit.
Shield.
It's gonna destroy.
Yeah. Shit.
Oh my god.
To chill the words.
All right. Roll damage.
What are you doing to the book?
On magic. Let's see. I don't know. 3 damage.
All right. So holding the book in your hand and with the other one, you try to blast a ray of frost at it, but the ray of frost bounces back and hits you in the chest, and you take 3 points of frost damage.
What the fuck?
What?
Would be knocked
What are
off
you
his ass, then he'll drop the book. This book has some magical shield around it.
And as you drop the book on the ground, you hear that latch click on top of it again.
God,
No,
damn it.
No.
it is locked again. I heard the click.
Czar, what were you doing trying to cast Ray of Frost on the magical toad?
Thought that if maybe there's magic words, that if I use magic on it, that it would activate the magical properties of the magical words that are hidden. But instead it knocked me on my ass.
You did more than that. Look at the book. It's locked.
So Zara didn't even notice that at first. He'd be like, wait, what? And he'll go over to it and try to open it again.
It does not open.
I do not blame you. I mean,
That makes one of
using
us.
magic on magic sounds like a good idea.
I think the
Apparently,
mysteries
it
of
was
that.
not.
I think the mysteries of that book are gonna have to wait until we get it to the Crimson Sun Temple in Vrento. But I think we have more pressing matters right now. I walk over to the hole and just looking at it, like, is it big enough for us to fit in, or is it like goblin-sized?
It looks like it would be enough to fit you guys in there. Nayland might be a little bit of a tight squeeze, but it looks like he could get in there if you army crawl in there.
Oh, jeez.
So let's say I'm gonna test it out. I want to just kind of go in to like the bottom. You said it kind of goes down.
Yeah, it's only about like 10, 15 feet of like a slant down.
Okay, so I want to kind of get down to the bottom of the slant and just look around a little bit and see what's down there.
Yeah. So you're in the tunnel now?
I'm getting in the tunnel.
All right, perfect. So you make your way in the tunnel, and a little bit easier with the slants to kind of make your way through and down to the ground. So when you land inside the tunnel, on the inside, the ceiling to it's about like 7 feet high, so you can stand comfortably in there. And as you kind of land, you see on the ground multiple footprints of creatures heading, and these footprints are headed towards the direction outside of the tunnel. So there's just multiple footprints, and the smell of just goblin kind of hits your nose, kind of very similar to when you were basically ganged up on by all those goblins earlier. Smells quite like that.
Okay, so I'll call that out up the tunnel. That guys, this is where they came from. I see footprints, and I can smell the goblins down here.
Shall we prepare for a second battle?
Who cares about the goblins? The book is locked again.
Focus.
Put the book away. Put it in your backpack.
Yes, boy. It is locked anyway.
He'll just kind of hug it in his arms and kind of...
I shake my head and slide down the tunnel out the hole one.
All right, Midas slides down the tunnel, easy enough.
Gonna kind of shimmy my way down.
Hey, it takes like a little, maybe a little bit longer for Nayland to get in there, but you are able to get in there, and you can stand up in there. Well, maybe you're crouched a little bit, but it's not too bad for you.
If I knew to be climbing through tunnels, I would have not wore this.
Never mind the
start
goblin blood all
looking
over it.
around. Not goblin blood, goblin dust.
Oh, true.
Their bodies did not last enough to bleed on me.
I'll look at Eladrin and be like,
You know, maybe we should go.
okay.
I will make for us a song in case anything happens. And
I'll yell up the tunnel, please don't.
Fine, jackass.
Jackass. I'll say to Eladrin, can you please play something? Maybe it'll lift my spirits.
I take out my bagpipes and I'm like,
Oh, oh no.
Like the opposite of calming.
Much better. Now I'll walk down the tunnel with the bagpipes.
Eladrian, are you going down the tunnel as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yes, I'll be
All
right
right.
behind everybody. Knowing that my bagpipes echo inside of this tunnel, and I would, probably deafen them, I put them away and just grab my lute out again, and then just start playing like this, low tone thing. Boom, ba-dum, 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 ba-dum,
Secret
ba-dum.
tunnel.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Boat up.
All right, so you guys are all down inside the tunnel, and just like Holgrim, you're all kind of bombarded with the stench of goblins, and you guys see all the scratch marks on the walls, the footprints on the ground, and the tunnel does lead a little bit deeper.
Good. Let us go explore.
Well, Hogwarm, lead the way.
Go on. You first. Go ahead.
Yeah, I start forward. I guess I should probably check to see if the tunnel's trapped, if there's any tripwires or anything that we're gonna set off as I'm going.
Sure, roll perception.
Nayland, did you heal yourself already?
I did not.
All right, 16.
You are looking a little worse for wear, my friend.
Yes, one moment. And he will heal himself. He'll cast healing word on himself.
Awesome.
There you go.
So you roll that, and Holgrim, with that 16, you don't see any sort of traps or anything like that. It looked like whatever was in here, its sole purpose was to just get out.
Okay. Yeah, so seeing that the way is clear, I'm just gonna take off down the tunnel and just keeping my eye out for goblins or just signs of anything around us.
All right. So you guys are making your way through the tunnel. It is getting a little bit dark in here, Nayland. Just letting you know.
Nalen's gonna light the torch that he stole from the last tomb that we were in.
Good thing you put it in your bag just before you were knocked out.
I put it. Oh, I had it on me.
I believe you. Okay, so you guys make your way through. Maybe about 5-10 minutes pass, and then you guys start to see a glowing wall of glyphs blocking your way from going any further. The wall itself has kind of glyphs floating around it. It gives off like an orange color to it.
Do I recognize these glyphs? Maybe.
Roll an Arcana check.
Can I help him?
Yeah. So roll with advantage.
Yeah, I'll kind of point out, I'll be like, yeah, so these glyphs, they look like this, and that glyph look like that.
I'll like curse his face away, like I got it.
All right. So with the 17, you're able to identify that some of these, a majority of these glyphs, in fact, are associated with the sleep spell.
Sleep. But perhaps we shouldn't go too close to that. Not yet, at least. Actually, Zor, you should go check out that door.
I can read the glyphs too. I know that they're asleep.
So it is just kind of like an orangey type wall that's blocking you from progressing any further. And there has not been any sort of lefts or rights that you could have taken. It's just been a kind of a straight path since entering this tunnel.
I want to try something.
Sure.
I like approach the wall with like my metal hand first, and I like just try to touch it to see what happens.
Sure. So you try to touch it, and you feel the physical like resistance to it. Like there is something that is blocking you from progressing any further. You're not affected by anything, but you can't force your way past it by just pressing on it.
I retract my hand. I'm not sure what's wrong with this or why it's here.
So it's a door.
It's
A
just a
wall.
wall.
That's a wall.
A wall that's kind of glowing, like it's the arcane glyphs that are kind of floating around in it are illuminating it into like a orangey color.
I've
Never seen anything like this.
seen these glyphs before, but never in this setting. I'm not sure if it should be here,
Where did
or
these
anything
goblins
wants
come
us to be here.
What setting have you seen these before in?
Writings, papers,
Never on the
nothing
walls.
too crazy. Never walls though.
What do you think it means?
Bro, the glyph is a spell, something to do with sleeping. But I don't know why we put it on a wall. A blanket, that's one thing. Help with babies. But a wall? No idea.
We were put to sleep before we had the fight.
That is true.
Maybe this is right above where we came out of the tomb. Maybe this is what put us to sleep.
So I will say, given where you guys entered this cave, it is not in the same direction as the Crimson Sun tomb. You guys
Never mind,
kinda-
I retract my statement.
Yeah, you
From my-
guys kind of went northeast, following the Trail of Blood, where the Crimson Sun tomb was directly east. So you guys are like northeast.
From my like magical training, would I know any way to like break this or to get rid of it, or
It is something that once again you have not had experience with. Might be a little bit too advanced for your magical aptitude currently.
maybe you can hit it, Horum. Maybe you can break the wall. You're a strong guy.
Wait, before you do that, you don't want to trigger the glyphs. You don't know what it might do to you.
And I'll say the glyphs are kind of moving around like you guys ever see those screensavers that kind of like bounce off the corners of everything, like up and down?
CPD logo.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
But there's like multiple of them, and they're like covering the entire wall, and they're all just like bouncing back and forth between each other.
So this wall is it? I mean, did the tunnel come to a dead end, or is this just kind of all around
You
on the
can't.
walls of the tunnel?
It's basically like the width of the tunnel is about like 5 feet wide. And this wall is completely blocking off you guys from progressing any further. And the way that these glyphs are moving around and with their light that they're giving off, you can't quite make out anything behind it.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna say, you know, if we don't know a way to deactivate these glyphs or to get through them, it might be best to report back what we found here.
It does
I
seem we're at
agree.
an impasse.
You mean
The
back
good news
to?
is we haven't found any goblins, so
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's an imminent danger.
Yeah. All you guys found was that the goblin that was running away, he's dead.
Maybe goblins were resting here already and dug their way out after a bit of slumber.
Well, the leader did say to me that they were being forced to attack the town, and that if they didn't do it, they would be killed. So maybe they were being held here
Mhm.
Right.
as a staging area and forced to attack.
The leader could have been the very person that put us to sleep, just like possibly the goblins.
I think that might be right.
Probably the same person who made this wall.
Yep, definitely somebody more powerful than us were the goblins we faced, that's for sure.
Yeah, I've never read about this or seen it in any book or tome or anything in school. So
Either way, these doesn't look like this wall's going anywhere, and it seems we've taken care of the goblins.
I agree. I feel like we should go check in with Doric in Dunblane and let them know what we saw. That the goblins aren't a threat currently, and yeah, make our way from there.
They start playing some outro music.
All right, so you guys are wanting to head back to Dunblane then?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are able to climb out of the tunnel after a few minutes of trekking back. You climb out with no issue whatsoever, and you guys make your way back to the village of Dunblane. When you get there, you see a lot of the villagers trying to clean up a lot of the debris. They are arranging the dead for their final rites and proper burials. You kind of see a woman standing over the massive amounts of bodies that are there. Looks like she's performing some final rites, and you see Jurek kind of instructing various villagers to do this and that to help with the cleanup of the village. And you also do see Kuralak talking with a lot of the other remaining villagers about the goblins and things like that. And you also see his son pulling out some of the goblin corpses that were inside of the Respite Inn and Tavern.
I'll go over and help the son. You need some help?
Sure. I appreciate it. So,
Thanks for taking us in. It's my pleasure.
Are any of the houses still on fire?
none of the houses are on fire. They are still quite damaged from the flames, but everything has been put out.
Okay.
I go over and ask if there's like anything I could do to help with the dead folk in their the last rites ceremonies.
Sure. Who are you asking?
You said there was someone preparing that already with the townsfolk's dead bodies.
Yes. So you want to go over to speak with them?
Yes.
All right. So you make your way over to the bodies that have been covered with tarps and blankets and things like that, and you see a Earth Genasi woman kind of standing above each of these individual bodies, and looks like she's muttering some kind of prayer to herself.
I'll wait until I think it's a good time to talk and just ask, is there anything I might be able to do to help with these bodies and their passing?
So she continues to mutter the prayer for maybe another 5 to 10 seconds, then she looks up over to you. Oh, it's you. Oh, well, much better to see you up and about than laying down in the forest.
Yeah. Yes.
Are you familiar with performing the last rites?
Am I?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's okay. Yes, thoroughly.
Sure, I would greatly appreciate the help. Maybe if you could help out with those 3 or 4 bodies over there, I'll finish off the rest of these ones over here.
right. I'm gonna like take out. I have a block of incense and like a censer, like those things that like priests kind of like swing around. With the incense, I'm gonna kind of just like hover that over the bodies as I'm doing my church's ceremony for the last rites of passing.
Awesome. So you're busy doing that. Zar's helping kind of remove some of the bodies from the inn. What about the rest of you?
I'm gonna play Amazing Grace on the bagpipes.
All right.
See if you guys can hear this. You hear that? No.
No, I can't hear it.
No.
But
Okay, yeah.
I know exactly
so
what
it's
it
Amazing
sounds like.
Grace with bagpipes, just going off. Pretend.
All right. So you're playing the bagpipes, and the sister looks over to you and kind of gives you a smile and nod as she goes back to her prayers. Midas Holgrim, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna go up to Jorik and just kind of report. You know, the last goblin is dead. We found the tunnel where they came from, but we don't think that they came willingly.
Well, that is quite the relief that that final goblin was ended. I can't believe that there was goblins here in the first place, and some kind of tunnel, you say?
Yes, we found some strange magic at the end of the tunnel, where we couldn't pass any further. It seemed like the goblins may have been held down there and forced to attack your village, based on what we found and based on what the leader here said as I was fighting him.
Those damn Vrento guards ran away before they even heard all this information. This is quite troubling. Well, I'm glad to hear that there's no more goblins nearby, but coming out of the ground, magical barriers, all this stuff, I feel like this is way above my head. I feel like this needs to be reported to the Vrento Council.
Yeah, I agree. I believe something more powerful is definitely at play here than just a few goblins raiding your town. No matter how destructive that was for you.
Yes, well, it's unfortunate, but we will have to rebuild, as some of the workers from Baland will be coming here soon after a hard day's work to find, well, unfortunately, the loss of some of their loved ones and the destruction of this village. But we will forge ahead, and I hope that I feel like I've burdened you already too much, but if you guys would be able to go to Vrento and notify the council of what you've discovered, I'm sure they're already going to be on high alert after those guards report the goblin sighting.
I believe we were heading to Vrento before we were ambushed and before you found us, so yes, we would certainly be willing to help you out and take your message.
Oh, that is such a relief. Thank you so much. Midas, what are you doing during all this?
I'm just gonna be heading towards where the rest of the villagers are, just to check in with them, see how they're holding up, seeing if they look battered or anything.
Okay, so as you're kind of walking around the village and looking and maybe helping some individuals lift some things and take out some of these bodies and pull them away, you see a lot of sullen faces, a lot of faces that are in shock. They've never had to experience anything quite like this before in their lives, and you can tell a lot of them are just stunned at everything that just occurred. Not too many words are being spoken between them, just kind of those one-word answers and direct lines of, pick that up and bring that here, and there's not much discussion, just a lot of sad and confused faces at what just transpired.
I just sigh as I just inspect how everybody's just behaving. I'm doing my best just to help them, at least, so that there is some support.
Awesome. So the time of day is currently at night. The lights around the village are torch lights, and they're trying their best to get as much work done as they can at night so they can sleep comfortably. Kurlak walks over to all of you after you've finished your tasks, as well as the sister that was helping with those last rites. She comes over, and you all gather together, and she goes over to you and says, "Well, I'm glad to see all of you are much healthier than when I found you in the forest."
You are the one that found us?
Yes, my name is Sister Azure, and while I was out collecting some herbs, I found all 5 of you just strewn about on the ground, and I mean, I had a hard time believing it myself, but I believe I saw a dragon flying above as well.
So,
A dragon.
what?
A dragon, you say? What color was this dragon?
I mean, it's quite hard to forget a dragon, but it was a black dragon. And if I'm not mistaken, and this is the part that no one will believe me, but I think there was someone riding it.
Did you get a good look at them?
I mean, the dragon was quite high in the sky. I couldn't get the best look of it, but I swear it was someone. He almost blended right into the dragon. It was like he was wearing black clothing himself.
Black dragon rider. There has not been a dragon rider around these parts for many years.
Exactly. Only ones told in stories long past.
I know many of these stories. I tell them myself. Would you like to hear one?
Oh, well, of course. Well, you know, it's maybe another time once the city's in a little bit more of a joyous mood. I feel like it might sour the. I mean, the current environment is not the happiest one, so let's not scare anyone with tales of dragons right now.
I see. You are probably smarter than I am.
Do you know a happier story?
I know all of these stories, dear boy.
Maybe that would help with the mood if you tell a happy one.
Maybe, and the sister chimes. Maybe we should save that for tomorrow.
I will sing you a lullaby later.
Thanks, Legend.
So Kurlak comes on over, and he is still very much still very surprised at everything that just happened. Goblins, I can't believe there were goblins here. I've only heard about them from the travelers that have come through, out on the mainland, but never here in Stellaris.
Maybe they moved out here like all the rest of us.
Well, there's only one way to get into Stellaris, and I'm pretty sure they would have seen goblins traipsing into the port.
Not if they came at night.
The ports of Baland are very well guarded. It is the only entrance to Stellaris, after all.
Well, we did find some weird rooms.
What
in
if
the
they came from
cave.
underground?
Yeah. Maybe they were transported with those runes.
What if they tunneled in?
Underground? What do you mean?
We found a tunnel. In the forest.
Yeah, what he said.
A tunnel in the... But why now? Why, of all the years on Stellaris, why now?
That is the question we are trying to answer ourselves.
We did take the tome out.
Yes, the tome. Have you ever seen something like this? And I'll take out the book and I'll hand it to him.
Well, who are you handing
Kurlak.
it to? Kurlak?
Yeah, Kurlak.
He kind of grabs it with his one hand. He says, "I'm not one for book reading. What about you, Dirk?" And Dirk says, I feel like that would be best left to the Crimson Sun to figure out. Is this where you got the book from?"
Yes.
It's my personal. Yeah.
Yes, it
Dummies.
is.
Yes, we were sent into the tomb by the Crimson Sun to retrieve the book. and we were attacked by that dragon rider when we exited. And we must thank you, Sister Azur, for saving us. I just wish we could have woken sooner before the town suffered so much.
And Sister Azor kind of bows her head and she says, well, if it wasn't for you five, I don't even believe this village would still be standing. So we're very much in your debt, and I guess it was the will of the goddess Shantae that I found you in that forest.
Which god?
The goddess Shantae, the goddess of life and bounty.
Life and bounty.
I think a god found. I think you just found us with your own eyes.
Well, everything is the will of the gods, my child.
I don't know about that.
She has a point.
The gods play a very strong role in the lives of us.
And the deaths of us.
Oh,
Kurlak,
makes a good point.
Kurlak kind of steps in. Enough talk. I'm sure you fine gentlemen are quite tired after doing battle and, helping us out in the village. You guys have already had a free night's stay at the respite, but since you're now the resident heroes of Dunblane, I'll give you another night on the house so you can rest up.
Oh, well, thank you very much, my friend. Does this entitle us to food and beverage without a charge also?
But of course, we'll see what's been left unspoiled and we'll bring it right out to you. But let's go back to the respite. And Kurlak will begin to head back in to his inn.
Sweet, I'll follow.
I say this is a much joyous occasion. I take my lute out and I start singing a song as we walk back to the inn.
Heck yeah.
We have met a friend. His name is Kerouac.
A lot of the villagers are kind of looking up over at Eladrian's playing, and they do smirk a little bit, but then they go back to, cleaning up the shambles that have been left over from the attack. So you guys all enter the respite once again. It's been cleaned to the best of their abilities. There might be still some blood spatterings along the floor and on the walls, but all the goblin corpses have been taken out. The floor has been cleaned, and the young half-orc girl and boy are behind the bar and cleaning up currently.
We need to find. We should go to the Crimson Sun Temple. So first thing tomorrow and see if they know anything about this.
So,
yes.
As Zar's talking, Naylan, you with your passive perception can see the little or the half-orc girl kind of smirking, and even though her skin's a little bit greenish, you can kind of see some little bits of flushing come up to her cheeks as you notice her looking at Zar as he speaks.
I kind of nudge Zara with my shoulder and
What is it?
I nod my head over to her. It seems you have a secret admirer.
A secret what? And I'll look over. And I'll
And
immediately turn my head towards.
and as you look up at her and you guys lock eyes for half a second, you both turn your heads away. And then the young orc boy comes up over to you and says, I think my sister likes you.
Oh jeez. Thanks.
Are you going to be her betrothed? You did give her a ring after all.
Whoa. That was
You
just
did what, Zar?
It wasn't that good of a ring.
This is the girl? This is the daughter?
It's just your family just I don't know, and Joe passed out.
I
So Zar passes out and falls to the floor. You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
I start to spin a tale of how Zar is affected so heavily by her beauty that it has knocked him unconscious.
The young half-orc girl runs over with like a wet towel and is like patting Zar's head.
Chosen one. Chosen one.
I'm just gonna walk over somewhere to get some food.
All right. So what about the rest of you?
I'm gonna like rest my head in my hand. It's just like mumble over how dumb he is under my breath.
I think I'd follow Nayland, and I guess I'd want to get some food, and I think before turning in for the night, I'd like to go out and help the villagers clean up in any way I can for as late as they're out there.
All right.
Yeah, same. I have the mending cantrip, so I could like help with like fixing some like houses or
Awesome.
some like.
Yeah.
Eladrian, what about you?
I've drawn a little bit of a crowd with the story that I've been telling about Zar and the beautiful stranger maiden, that he has somehow made his turned her into like a fiance of sorts by giving him a ring of his family. And so I've got a bit of people around me that are just kind of stopped cleaning up and are just kind of listening to what's going on, as Zar still is doing whatever he's doing on the ground.
Yeah, I'm knocked out cold.
Yeah. So I've just continued to tell my story as I expand on it, and then I talk about what I'm making up. I don't know this kid from Jack, right? So I'm just making shit up about how his past as a young boy in the forest, whatever.
All the villagers that are currently sitting in the respite waiting for food are eagerly listening to your story. And they're all kind of muttering to themselves, "Oh, marriage soon, blah blah blah, marriage, oh, marriage."
Jesus.
Congratulations.
Your wedding.
He's a
So-
ring of kindness.
So Kurlak comes and brings you guys food from the back of the inn. It looks pretty palatable. Doesn't look like it's no 5-star Michelin star rating, but it'll feed your bellies. And he looks over to Zar on the ground and he says to the rest of you, "Is he going to be okay?"
Yeah.
We hope so. If not, whatever.
Well, he must be all tuckered out from all that battling. And then Kurlak will
That's
just pick
one
him up,
reason.
carry him like fireman style over his shoulders, and said, I'll bring him up to his room." And Kurlak brings Zar up to the room that you all awoken in this morning, or I guess earlier today. So the rest of you, you finish your meals, you finish your songs, you go out and you help the villagers as best you can. And how do you want to spend the rest of your evening before you go down for a sleep?
For a sleep.
For a sleep.
Is there a bar?
Yep, there's the bar there. There's the young half-orc girl working the bar.
All right, and I'm gonna So Eladrian walks up to the girl at the bar, right? He's like, "Yes. So I will have. Excuse me, Miss. Yes, I will have a double martini on the rocks, straight up, extra dry." And she just. So what does she do? She looks at me like an idiot or what?
She kind of looks at you like she blankly stares at you, and she's just like, "We have ale." And my name's Karamar.
Eramar, what a beautiful name. I guess if ale is all you have, then I will have 2.
2 ales coming right up. And she goes and pours it out of the keg, and 2 frothy ales are placed in front of you.
I take one in one hand and the other in the other hand, and I drink one as I'm walking back over to Zar, and then I take the other one in my hand and just kind of slowly pour it over his face.
While he's up in the room.
I thought he was. Oh, yeah, I forgot that I brought him up.
Just right on the
forgot that I
bed.
brought
with
him up.
pillows.
Damn. So I just hold the other one then. And who else is down here? Tim, are you or Holgrim? Are you down here?
Yeah, I think if I've finished up,
Yeah, we'll
helping
say.
out in the village tonight, and
Yeah, we'll say you and Nayland and Midas have kind of helped as much as you can for the night. Everyone's trying to scrounge up some, I guess, ways that they can sleep, not exposed to the elements as best they can.
yeah, I would definitely join Eladrian in having an ale.
Yeah. So I find Holgrim, and I go, Holgrim, catch! And I throw this mug of ale to him, like the 2 feet away from however we are.
Yep, I reach out and grab it.
Cheers, my friend.
I'll say cheers. We did a good
Sancha.
thing for that town. I wish
To
we
the
had,
mighty Holgrim.
I wish we had woken up earlier, but we did what we could. And I'll clink glasses with Eladrian.
Nayland, Midas, what about you two?
I join him at the bar.
I'll probably Nayland would probably be drinking like water or something, but like still having a good time with him.
All right, so you guys are doing your best to kind of cheer up some of the town folk that are pouring into the respite. You guys have some fun, but the exhaustion does kind of catch up with you after all the fighting today. And as you guys make your way up into the rooms, you find Zar is currently snoring pretty loudly as he's sleeping. The beds they're not beds, they're kind of like almost sleeping bags with pillows, basically, because he doesn't really have a room that fits everybody, like a giant room like that. So he had an empty space that he made so he can fit all 5 of you in the same room. So some bedrolls and things like that are strewn about. And as you guys settle in for the night, you guys get a long rest.
Heck yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, there we go. That's awesome. I'm gonna look over at Zar, who's snoring, and just cast command and say silence, and he stops his snoring.
No saving throw needed. Zar immediately mouth shuts, and he's able to breathe easy. No snoring.
Also, Zar is like spread out, like as much as the room that he can get. He's just like spread eagle, like everywhere.
Zar, he's starfishing right now.
Starfishing, that's right.
Straight starfishing.
All right, beauty. So the night goes through. You guys wake up, and it is the next day. What are you gonna do?
Can I wake up like a little bit earlier than everyone since I went to bed? I got knocked out.
Went to bed, air quotes.
So I'll wake up. Oh Jesus, okay. And then I'll kind of walk out of the room quietly. Go kind of outside of the inn while everyone's still sleeping, and I'll kind of put my spell book and the other book next to each other. Is the book still locked?
The book is still locked currently.
And I'll kind of like sit cross-legged, stare at them both. Just think to myself like, one day I'll figure you out. And I'll go and I'll open my own spell book, and I'll kind of start reading through it and looking at the spells and stuff like that.
Sure.
Trying to figure out if I have anything.
So as you open up your spell book, Zar, your own personal spell book that you got given to you, you hear something in your mind. You hear a yawning.
Kind of look about like, hello, is anyone there?
Oh, hey, how's it going, man?
Where are you?
I'm right here. I'm right in front of you.
In front of me? There's no one in front of me.
Well, of
invisible?
course there's someone in front of you. It's your book.
my book, and I'll kind of pick the book up and look underneath it, and
No, it's not under the book. It is the book.
you're you're speaking to me.
Well, yeah, of course I am.
I've always wished for this. How's this possible?
Well, huh? You know, I'm not quite sure.
It's just all, what is your name?
Well, my name is well, you know what? I'm not quite sure.
Well, I'm Czar.
Well, hi, Czar. How's it going?
It's going pretty good. I guess for now we can just call you Book.
Book. Now
Yeah.
that's a name.
What else can you do, Book?
Well, I mean, I might know a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Wow, can anyone else hear you?
Well, I don't know. Point me in the direction of somebody.
Is there anyone outside?
Yeah, there's like some like farmers and stuff like that out there, just kind of people tilling to the still now that it's daylight, they're able to kind of see what needs to be repaired a little bit better, so they're kind of working on repairing the village.
I'll kind of turn the book around and like hold it up to them.
Hey, can you hear me? And the villagers don't respond or look or anything.
I'll turn it back around. I was like, I don't think they can hear you.
I think it's just me and you, good buddy.
I think I'm going crazy.
No, you're not going crazy. Everybody's got a book that can talk to them.
Do they?
I don't know, I just woke up.
Oh, actually, when he says that, I'll run inside, and I'll go to Eladrin, and I'll be like, Eladrin.
What is it, boy?
Can your books talk to you?
I haven't read a book in years.
Midas.
I quickly turn towards him. What do you want?
Do your books talk to you?
What?
And I'll like show him my book. Talk to him, book. Talk to him.
Hi, how's it going? Can you hear me? Hello?
Do I hear the book?
No, you're not able to hear the book.
Do you hear him? He's talking.
Zar, it is too early for this.
Oh, what do you mean? He's trying. And I'll introduce. I'll be like, this is Midas. This is Eladrian.
Hi, Midas. Hi, Eladrian.
I'll wake up Nayland and Holgrim as well. This is Nayland and Holgrim.
Hi, Nayland. Hi, Holgrim.
Nayland's still just like turned over, trying to get the last few winks in before starting the adventure.
Nayland.
No.
Okay. See you later.
Wow. Wow, Zar, you sure have a lot of friends.
Holgrim gives a little wave and just says hi, book, and rolls over to get back to sleep. He's not awake enough to deal with this.
Well, I tell you what, Zar, I like that Holgrim fella. He's really friendly.
Yeah, he's really nice and he's pretty strong. He protects me.
Protects you? Oh, you look like a strapping young man to me. But I don't have any eyes, so I can't really tell.
Yeah.
30?
I'm 30.
30? Wow. I'm like maybe hundreds of years old. I don't know.
You're 100 years old, so you know everything.
I might know a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Well, I'm happy to have you, Book. You can join us on our adventure.
I'm happy to be along. Just, keep me away from fire and water and a lot of the elements. Just don't let me get burned up, please.
I would never. And I'll just keep. I would like sit in the corner of the room while everyone's like kind of sleeping and groggy, and literally like I'll talk out loud because I don't think I can realize that I can talk in my mind.
So you just sit there, have a conversation with your book?
Yep.
Awesome. Alright, what about the rest of you?
I'm very confused as I wake up and I see that he's over there sitting in the corner talking to him with this one-sided conversation, like just like someone else is talking to him, but there's nobody there. And I look over at Holgrim and I look over at Nayland, and I start to talk to Nayland. I start saying his name, and like Nayland.
He like just raises a finger and then like slowly lowers it back down.
Whatever. Holgrim, do you think there's something wrong with the boy?
I can't tell. Maybe there is, and maybe it's just wizard stuff.
This kid is crazy, man.
I'll like start like stretching as I get up. I mean, I could have been told you that.
Neil just sighs, knowing he's not gonna gain good rest, and like gets up. What is this about the talking book?
Zora just hit his head too hard.
I was half asleep. What happened?
I'm not even paying attention. I'm just talking to the book.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you guys hear a knock on the door of your room, and the young half-orc boy opens it up. Oh, I'm glad you're all awake. There's food downstairs if you're hungry. I know you guys gotta head out to Vrento soon.
What, are you trying to shoo us out?
It's on the fetus, dummy.
I mean, you can take your time if you're still tired. I mean, and then he looks over and he sees Zar talking to a book in the corner. He's just like, yeah, there's food downstairs. And he's gonna like do a double take and then just kind of close the door behind him and walk away.
I'm betrothed to his sister, by the way.
That's crazy. Zar, why are you talking to the book?
Hold on. And I'll say out loud, Book, why am I talking to you?
What? I don't know why you're talking to me. You got all these people around you.
But he says he doesn't know why. He says all of you guys are around me.
Can I
Zar,
cast detect magic?
You sure can if you want to.
I will do so. I will use my free detect magic from being a furbolg, and look at this book.
So given that it is a wizard spell book, it's gonna be magical. It's pretty much chock full of all the types of spells that whatever Zar has written in there. So it's picking up like, evocation, all these other ones that he has. But why he's talking to it, like there's no real magical reason as to why from the outside.
The thing is, like, Nayland doesn't really understand magic in like a wizard's perspective, so he's seeing this like an old person sees like a phone. It's just like, yeah, okay. I have no idea. Are you enchanted? I see some enchantment magic on this. Are you enchanted? He kind of just talks to Zar.
The book's gonna go over to talk to Zar, and he says, "Ooh, I felt something tingly when that big fellow over there looked at me."
He says you make him feel tingly.
All right, I think it's time to put the book down.
Well, I am suddenly very hungry.
Yeah, would you look at the time? Nayland looks at his watch that hasn't been invented yet and goes downstairs.
I follow Nayland. I say, yep, this has all been very exciting. Talking book.
Eladrian walks out of the door, walks out of the room, following everybody. Just starts to hum and starts singing about this weird fucking tingly book.
I don't know what's worse, just humming all this book, and I just follow behind them.
the book's gonna say to you, Zara, it's like, wow, what a great group of friends you have. Well, I'm just gonna take a nap now. Good night. And he's gonna, and the book's gonna just slam closed.
What?
Shit, okay. Good night, book. I'll take care of you. And I'll put him back in my satchel with my other book.
All right, so you guys are all downstairs. You're able to eat breakfast, get your fill, and what are you guys gonna do now?
Well, we do have a plan of supposed to be heading to Toronto.
Yes. Do we know how long the journey is from here to Vento?
Yes. Let me look this up real quick. One second.
We're in Dunblane.
It's about 2 days travel on foot.
Is there a place I could buy rations from in town? Are we doing rations? We're keeping up with those. I forget.
Yeah, I mean, we can do that for sure. Not too much.
I think we still have a bunch of them.
Yeah, you
Oh,
might,
I got two.
yeah, you might start with some.
One day.
Yeah, so one ration will last you like 1 day of travel.
Okay.
Oh.
Can I find somewhere to buy two?
Sure. So as you kind of make your way out, looking through the
10
city,
days.
kind of seeing whatever's left over really from the battle the night before, you do see a couple of vendors there. One has a bunch of like dried fish kind of hanging. It looks like a young human female is running the stand there. So you can probably buy some stuff from her.
Hello. I'm looking for some provisions before travel.
Oh, you're the folks that saved Dunblane, aren't you?
The one in several only.
Oh, well, for all your hard work, I'll give you a couple on the house.
Much appreciated.
So, who is anyone else getting any rations?
Yeah, I'll grab two.
I'm good on rations.
I should probably get one or two. I have one right now.
All right, so she'll give you two.
Okay.
I'll buy one as well.
All right, she'll give you just one.
I'll take two. Yeah.
All right, two for you. Eladrin?
I look at the storekeeper, and I'm like, I will tell you what. I will buy 2 of these rations from you, but because we have all purchased rations already, you must give all of us one more. On the house.
But you're paying for 2, and then I'll give everyone else 1?
Yeah, so buy 2, get 4 free.
You know what? Just because you guys saved our village, I'll allow it. And so 5 silver pieces per ration.
Okay.
So that's a total of 10 silver pieces, and then everyone gets 3. So everyone total
Nice.
of 3 rations. Except for Midas, he doesn't want any.
No.
My assistant.
I have 10. I'm chilling.
Oh,
Now you have 11.
nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Alrighty. So you guys purchased your rations, and what else? Anything else?
I'll go up to Kurlak and say, thank you for your hospitality, and I hope that your family's safe and continue. We will see each other again.
Well, I better hope so. You're betrothed to my daughter, after all.
Oh, that's still a thing.
That's still
Well,
a
I-
thing.
Wait. What'd you give her that ring for then?
It was just a sign of good faith, of good family, of good health.
Oh, well.
Here, do you want one of my rings too?
No, that's
You are going to
okay.
marry
I mean,
her
I believe that is illegal.
father?
I'll like come up behind him and like put his hand down and like keep it to his side. I think that's enough of the ring giving.
Well,
Please stop proposing to everyone.
I'll look at Midas as like with like a help expression.
Well, I guess I gotta give Karamar the bad news then. No weddings this summer.
Maybe not this summer. Maybe this fall. You know, when the leaves look good and everything.
Right.
You don't have to tell her anything.
I don't want to
yet.
give her no
Not
false
this
hope.
summer.
I don't want to give her no false hope.
Maybe not this summer. Maybe another summer. You know, we have a lot to go over in Fronto. We might be very busy then.
Well, I wish you guys a safe journey back, and maybe Zara, when you come back, you'll change your mind.
Thank you, Korlak.
I'll like move him in like the opposite direction and like slap him upside the head with the metal hand.
Ow.
Keep your rings to yourself.
You can't.
No need to hit, but he does need to stop and I was not gonna. He does need to stop proposing to the townsfolk
And talking to books.
and talking to books.
My
And
book
missing.
is alive.
You're acting quite weird recently, Zara.
My book is
Recently?
alive, guys.
Did you sleep well?
I slept amazing. You guys want rings too? Like, you can have them.
I'm.
Put your rings in your pocket. Do not take them out again. You stop this now, you little boy.
Okay, okay.
All right, so are we heading? Are we gonna head out towards Vrento then?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So pretty much a majority of you would know the pathway back to Vrento. Either you've traveled it before, you've lived in Vrento before, or as I mentioned, you travel through there on your way to Dunblane for the initial start of the adventure. So you guys head out west of Dunblane and you kind of make your way around the Vrento lakeside. And as you're traveling, not too much is going on. And eventually you start walking, making some good time, and you're getting ever closer to Vrento. And as you guys are walking, you guys see someone pulling a cart along. And this gentleman walks by you, gives you a plenty happy smile. He says, "Well, howdy, travelers. How you guys doing?"
Greetings.
We are doing good. How are you?
"Well, I'm just a traveling rug merchant. You guys want any rugs?"
Rugs?
For like the floor?
"Yeah, of course, for the
No.
floor."
Is there any
What do
magical
you do
rugs?
with a rug?
"Well, you put it on your floor and then you step on it."
That doesn't make any. You want me to pay to walk on it?
Okay. I'm just trying to feed my family over here. No need to
Have you
yell.
never heard of a rug, Eladrian?
It does not make sense.
Hey, let's not disrespect your regular old salesman.
It is for decoration and comfort.
All right. Well,
A lifestyle we are not designed for right
it doesn't look like you guys want any rugs, and he's just gonna kind of keep walking away with his cart that he's pulling by hand. By the way, it's kind of like a little
Oh.
rickshaw
now.
almost.
I'm gonna give him a gold piece and say for your troubles.
Oh,
Good luck feeding your family.
thank you so very much. So as he passes and you guys kind of intersect, and you're going west, he's going east, just a few feet away from him, you guys see looks like he dropped one of the rugs on the ground.
See,
Drop the
Can
rug.
I,
Eladrin, step on it.
No, I did
can
not
I
pay.
can I kneel down to pick it up
Oh my
and like
God.
feel on like the fabric
Sure.
or like texture of it?
So as you kneel down to grab it, everyone go to the VTT.
Oh my gosh.
I just wanted another quality.
Uh-oh.
Is it an Aladdin rug?
It's an evil rug.
Oh, we're not blessed anymore.
Yeah, we have to take that off.
What?
It is a rug.
So as you go to touch it, Midas, the rug snaps up and ensnares you and grapples you.
Holy!
And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Get out of town.
God
What
dang
is
it.
this?
He's evil.
No!
Come on. with a 5 initiative.
I just wanted to know the quality.
Homegrew.
Not the best initiative rolls. That's okay though.
Alrighty. Oh, yeah, these ones fun. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do.
Delete the blood.
Yeah, don't need the blood there. Alright. Actually, can I add this guy? Okay, I can do this one.
You were right to press this guy about his stupid rugs.
Yes, he was stupid with these rugs.
Alright, so the rug is currently ensnaring Midas, and it's like completely smothering him, basically, right now. So he's like, he looks like a mummy wrapped up in a rug. And Zar! Zar, you're up.
Oh no, Midas! And I'll open my book. Book! Midas, he's trapped in the rug. What do I do?
He's trapped in a what? Wait, what's a rug?
A rug, it's the thing that you step on, you know? Like when you're in a house and you have like a rug in the foyer and like...
Are you trying to say...
God.
You mean like a bug? You step on a bug?
No, a rug.
Oh, I don't know what a rug is.
Rug as a bug in a rug.
And I'll skip my turn because I'm arguing with my book.
Alright. Zar is knee-deep in conversation with his book. And he's just yelling at it, saying, not a rug, a bug. Or not a bug, a rug.
Now you have him confused.
So next, there's the traveling merchant, and all you guys hear is the hissing sound of something on fire, and he's going to throw something in the middle of all of you, and I need you guys to make a dexterity saving throw. Midas, you don't have to.
Well,
Okay. And then, let's see. Okay. So the DC is 13 on this. So he's got...
oh, let's go. I made it.
So Naylan passed, Holgrim passed, Zar did not pass, and
Neither did I.
the rug passed. So
That's
The
crazy.
rug passed.
so who did not, and all those that did not pass will take 9 points of force damage and be knocked prone.
Oh
God.
shit.
And everyone else everyone else takes 4 points of damage, and Midas, you take 2 points of damage because the rug kind of covered you up a little bit.
Alright.
So cool.
So 4. Just give me a sec.
You said 9, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're knocked prone. And this merchant is gonna look back to, or kind of look at you guys like, ha, thanks for the gold. And then it's Midas, your turn. So, for you, my good sir, hold on one sec. Grab this. So, you, my friend, are trying to figure out a way to get out of this rug. You are currently grappled by it.
That is a lot of fun. I can't really speak, huh?
It's kind of muffled. There's like rug really tightly gripping all over your face, and it's like tight against your face, so it's kind of like covering your mouth a little bit, so it's hard to speak.
Cool. So I'm assuming because of that, I can't cast any vocal spells. So I'm just gonna continue like screaming into the rug.
You can try to break free.
I would love to do that, actually.
So I'll give you the option. You can either kind of muscle your way out or try to like slip out. So either dex save or strength save.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do dex.
All right.
Oh.
Ooh.
So you unfortunately continue to be covered by this this rug. Eladrian, you're up.
All right. So this rug can. Oh, I'm knocked prone though, right?
Yeah. So to get up, it's half of your movement
Half my-
to get up.
All right. So I'll spend half my. Well, do I need to?
It's always
Can
nice
I
to not
cast-
be lying
can I-
down.
Can I cast Dissonant Whispers while I'm lying down?
Yeah, probably.
All right. It needs to make a Wisdom saving throw of 13.
And what are you doing? To who? To what?
To the. Sorry, something stuck in my throat. To the rug. I'm gonna whisper a melody to it, which it must make a Wisdom saving throw, and if it fails, I'm gonna hurt it pretty good.
So wisdom save for Monsieur Rug.
13. I'm sorry.
Well, as you'd imagine, a rug is not that wise. So roll your damage.
Mm-hmm. Oh shucks, 9.
All right, so 9 points of damage, and 4 of that hits Midas as well.
Hey yo.
It's psychic damage.
Okay, then you're fine. 9 points of psychic.
Yay.
Oh, actually,
No.
this rug is immune to psychic damage.
Fuck me.
Fuck.
So you sing your whispers. Who knew a rug didn't have a mind?
All right. However, it has to use its reaction right away if it has one to move as far as it can away from me.
Okay, awesome. So doing that, it will kind of unravel off of Midas
thank God.
and
Nice.
move about 10 feet away.
Oh my.
Opportunity, special-
Oh my God.
No attacks of opportunity on it.
That was what I was trying to do all along.
I'm like breathing for like air. I'm just. Oh my fucking God.
All right, is that everything,
You are welcome.
Eladrian?
See what?
Is that everything?
Yeah, that'll be good.
Awesome. Okay, Naylan, you're up.
All right. Nalen's going to walk over to this guy. And he's going to cast. He's gonna cast Guiding Bolt on him, right on his face.
All right, if you're doing that close, it is at disadvantage because it's a ranged
Oh.
spell attack.
Oh, can I not do it on his face? Then can I do it like?
Yeah, if you do,
That's
you can do
fine.
it, right? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, maybe not on his face. Then.
Yeah, ranged spell
Arcane.
attacks. If you're within 5 feet of a ranged spell attack, it's disadvantage.
That's right. Okay. In that case, I'll just like walk. Neil will just walk up to get a little bit better aim. And yeah, will a 19 hit?
It will.
Okay, so he will take 46 radiant,
Wow.
so 11, and the next hit, the next attack roll made against him has advantage as he is like shined in this dim, glittering light.
All right.
All right, let me.
Take that, you carrier of rugs.
And Nayland just says, "I'm going to need that gold piece back."
All right, is that your turn?
That'll be it.
All right, Holgrim, you're up.
Okay. I have something in mind I want to do. I'm not exactly sure if I can or not. I haven't really cast many spells yet. So what I'd like to do is use my movement to approach him. So I probably have my weapon sheathed right now. So I'd like to use a bonus action to cast Wrathful Smite on myself.
Awesome.
Oh,
Ooh.
Smite.
And then for my action, I'm gonna attack the cart driver.
Alrighty.
You'll have advantage on this. Oh, not that you need it.
Roll it anyways.
Wow.
Roll advantage anyways. Alright, you never know if you get a
Okay.
critical.
Very
Alright, 23 hits. Roll
So I do
damage.
my regular damage, and then
Oh my
how do
god.
I get the? how do I get the smite
I think
damage?
it's 1d6, so just roll a
One.
d6.
Yeah, 1d6. Yeah, 15.
Okay, 15.
love
Alright.
it.
And then
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, I was gonna
Um,
warn you about the town you were heading towards.
And then it's also he has to make a wisdom save, I believe.
Oh yeah, for the Wrathless Knight. So, wisdom saving throw or be frightened of me until the spell ends. The DC is 12.
Alright, well he rolled a 10, so he is frightened of you.
Okay.
Right.
So as an action, he could make a wisdom check to try and break that
Mm-hmm.
fear.
And he can't approach you, basically. He has to run and stuff. Okay, top of the round, so you guys get combat tactics talk. Go.
Oh, I'm coming for vengeance. Not on the rug though.
On the rug.
We gotta be
Not
careful
on the
of that,
rug.
because it could wrap up on one of us.
Yeah. I think if melee users stay away from the rug,
Mhm,
just because like I feel like if we attempt to hit it, it's gonna like grapple us.
There's
Yeah.
1.5 melee users here, at best. It'd be like Holgrim 100%, me kinda.
I'm
Yeah.
getting great because my attacks is either melee or it brings them closer, so I don't want that
Mhm.
thing near me.
I bet we
Not
get
again.
set on fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna firebolt it.
Heck yeah. Okay, cool. We could probably lay the smackdown on this guy up here as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say on the guy who had the cart. I guess if you guys wanna take down the rug,
Heck yeah.
I want
deal.
to make sure this guy doesn't get away.
Alright, let's get
And
to
maybe
it.
we should try to keep him, hold him hostage.
Mm-hmm.
If we could succeed this time.
Alright.
I won't destroy him.
Next, top of the round, this rug is up. So, this rug is gonna inch its way towards Czar, and he's gonna try and it like extends and tries to wrap itself around Czar.
Okay.
So let's see. 6 plus 5 is 11. Does an 11 hit?
12 AC.
All right, so Czar, you're able to tuck and roll out of the way of this carpet as it tries to give you a big old hug. And that's its turn. So, Czar, you're up.
Okay, book. We gotta do it this time.
You got this,
And-
buddy. I believe in you.
Talk to the fucking
Put
book.
the book down!
And you'll see, kind of like as I'm like imagining, like flames coming out of my hands, the glyphs from the book will kind of start glowing red, and it'll form into like a dragon's face, and it'll breathe fire as I cast Burning Hands.
Ooh, I'm feeling pretty hot. Let's go.
We-
It's a dex save of 13.
All right. Oh, it fails.
Let's go.
So
That's 15.
15 points of fire damage. Wee. All right. That is the fringes are burning on this rug.
Yeah, I look at the book like, wow, book, that's pretty amazing. And then I'll end my turn.
All right. So this merchant bandit gentleman is super scared of Holgrim, and he's gonna try and run away and get some distance. But Holgrim, you do get an attack of opportunity on him.
Okay.
That is right.
Oh,
Oh, that's. Oh, yeah.
Well, that
Wow.
is going to do it. So roll damage.
Okay, and then for our d20 rules, so I'm just doing 1d8,
Yeah.
and then I add an 8 and a.
Yep. And then
Five,
your
so-
5 there.
Okay. So 16 total.
Yeah.
Nice.
So how do you wanna do this to this guy?
Definitely wasn't trying to kill him. Can I say that I was just trying to knock him out?
Yeah,
Or
sure.
do I want to just...
If you want to do non-lethal damage, you sure can.
Yeah, I think I want to try that. I want to see why this guy is dropping carpets like this on the road.
All right. So he
So
is.
yeah, I'm gonna kind of like hold back at the last second. Like I know I lined him up just forever with my warhammer.
All
and I
right.
just kind of let off a little bit at the last second just to knock him out.
All right. Perfect. So you just absolutely conk this guy in the noggin, and he just falls like a sack of potatoes.
So yeah, I guess I still have movement, so I'll probably make my way. I guess if I can get close to the carpet, I'll just kind of get over there to help everybody else out.
Yep. All right. And then. That's
Oh wait, no,
his
that wasn't my turn. That was a reaction.
reaction. Yeah.
I'm
So it's
still
not your
up
turn just yet.
here. Yeah.
All right. Midas, you're up.
What a kick-ass reaction.
Ah.
Talk about.
So I'm a bit angry because I almost just got smothered by a rug. So I'm gonna react in anger and cast shocking grasp on my hand and attempt to like grapple, but not really grapple. It's just like attack the rug.
Yeah.
Ah,
A 12 hits.
wow.
Oh,
It's a big rug. All right, for 6 lightning damage. Awesome. All right, it's still standing, but it's got holes in it. It's tattered. Eladrian, you're up.
I say, Midas, duck! And then I cast Firebolt right at the rug
And I crouch.
with a 20 to hit.
Please.
20 will hit.
Wow.
Nice.
Because I ducked.
And 9 damage.
Big.
How do you want to finish it?
I'm gonna do like I say, Midas, duck! And then I do like a jump spin looking thing where I do like a triple spin, like a triple Lutz if you're ice skating. And then I land right back with my hand outstretched, and fucking this giant firebolt about like 3 meters comes straight out and like runs into the center of the rug and then engulfs it all the way around the edges, and you can see the tassels on the corners just kind of melt into place, and then the flame goes around the back and touches in, and then it just poofs of smoke and there's nothing left.
Awesome.
Wow.
And the tassels look like they're screaming in pain if a rug could talk as it burns.
Fucking rug.
An
And-
ancient Rugginian.
That's it.
Is it like ashes now? Like, is there any remains of it?
It just the tassels on the corners. That's it. Just tassels.
Can I just like grab like a pair of scissors out of my tailor kit and just start cutting it apart? Like, fucking rug!
You sure can.
And then I just like stand up, straighten my clothes. Just, that was nice.
All right. Well, so you guys have defeated this guy who's currently just knocked out over here.
I'm grabbing my gold piece back.
All right. So you go and just grab the gold piece out of his pocket that that you gave him. Out of the purest of your heart.
Right.
I'd like
Alright.
to kind of carefully check out the cart just to see like are there other rugs on it
Yeah,
like
sure.
what we just faced, or is it? But I don't want to touch it. I just kind of want to.
I'll cross my arms, just like keep my distance away from the other rugs.
The resident, the artificer doesn't want to go look at the rugs.
Fuck no!
All right. So Holgrim, you kind of take a look at the cart. Just roll an investigation for me. Oh, a 2. So you're not as you're not the expert that someone else in your group is when it comes to these rugs, but they look like rugs.
Oh, they look like rugs.
I call over my shoulder. Lots of rugs here.
I can't believe someone would pay money for these just to walk on them.
I'll slowly move forward, but still like keep my distance. And I'll say, yeah, what does it feel like?
What does what feel like?
The rugs, the quality.
I don't know. Go touch it.
No!
You're the one wrapped inside.
Ronald does it again!
But this is a different rug.
You think I won't learn my lesson?
So you are scared of rugs for the rest of your life?
Well, would you not be if you got choked out by one?
Holgrim, do you want to touch a rug?
Why don't you touch the rug?
What? How is me touching the rug going to help you?
Can Nalen look at this rug cart?
Yeah, sure. Roll
as well.
perception.
Yeah, Holgrim doesn't want to touch anything, but I think I'm gonna take out my hempen rope and try and tie this guy up before he wakes up.
Oh, that's smart.
All right,
Yeah,
so
9.
okay, so
One.
9. So they look like rugs.
This is a rug cart.
They do have some designs on them, but they're kind of rolled up so you can't see.
I'll move closer now. Y'all
Uh,
better
alright.
grab me if the rugs react.
Holgrim, you're able to tie up the guy.
I
Can
believe the rugs will be grabbing you first.
Well, you better move faster. Can I start like uncurling one of them?
All right, minus roll investigation with advantage, please.
I really
With
thought you were about
advantage.
to say Dex.
I thought you said initiative. I got so scared. You said investigation.
I pull out my lute and I start playing this like menacing tune, like.
All right, so Midas, you're able to unfurl the rugs without issue. It looks like a pretty really good quality rug actually. You're quite surprised that some guy would just have these. But there's something that catches your eye specifically. And I'm gonna post it in the station lounge real quick.
Oh boy.
So you notice this symbol is embroidered on the corners of each of these rugs, kind of on like the underside, so it doesn't like ruin the aesthetic on the top, but it's embroidered on the bottom there.
I'll let go of the rug and be like, oh fuck.
And that's where we're gonna end session today.
Oh shit!
Oh shit, bro.
Oh my god!
Wait, is this backstory stuff for Midas?
Maybe.
Ugh.
Looks like an H for Holgrim.
Holgrim's
Worse.
evil one.
It's worse.
Holgrim, you've lost your rug. This man has found it.
Oh my god, how excellent.
That's awesome.
All right, hold on. Let me just do this.
Well, that was fun as hell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was a great session.
So fun.
Oh,
Now
guys, you guys had a good time.
Yes.
It's hard
Zora
not
is an
to.
amazing character to fuck with, by the way.
Can't believe I dealt 54
So gullible, bro.
damage. 54 damage at level 2.
54.
Dude.
Yeah, that was wild.
That's
I
quite
forgot I was
impressive.
wrapped up by a rug.
Her clerks are broken. Freaking
Clerk?
immune to damage. Or not
Oh,
immune,
yeah.
You know what? I knew like that vulnerability didn't even
yeah.
matter. It didn't even matter.
It didn't.
You killed him outright with just
Can
the
I
crit.
ask what his HP max was?
21.
Oh my gosh.
You blew him out of the water.
No death saves.
Jesus.
You killed him twice over.
Do not pass go, do not collect $200.
You're done.